Hello, everyone. Say hi, gang.
Hi.
How
Hello.
are we doing? Welcome, Bounce House. Oh, man. Excited. So very excited. Everyone, AJ, GM, please show us your beverages tonight because those are fantastic.
I've got Yoo-hoo
Yes.
I've got a
and
Capri Sun.
got water.
There you go. There you go. Oh, man. Welcome, everyone, to this special adventure here, Monster Hunters Club, that will be ran by the amazing Candace the Magnificent up there. So excited for you all to be with us tonight. So excited for my wonderful cast here. So let's, first off the bat, a few things. If you'd like to support us, support the show, you can do that by, obviously right now you are here watching us. Thank you so very much. Follow the channel if you are not already. You can also subscribe, donate, and cheer with bits, and that will help us, the cast, out with some group bennies. So we'll keep track of those, and every one sub, $5 donation, or 500 bits will give us a group benny that we can utilize. Hopefully we won't need them too much, but I have a feeling we might. Otherwise, just hang out, tell your friends to come join us and enjoy the story with us. Also, I will get that started here. I'll do it in a second when we're doing character introductions, but we are doing a giveaway of Monster Hunters Club. The publishers of the game were amazingly generous to offer 2 copies of this each night. So we're giving away 6 total copies of this setting. It's a blast. If you're a fan of the 80s, if you grew up in the 80s, if you enjoy things like Stranger Things, Goonies, etc., you want to get in on this. And it's for Savage Worlds, another amazing system as well. We are playing with Savage Worlds, so keep an eye out for that. That'll start here. Once we go through introductions, I'll get that started. You guys can enter that. We'll give that away at the end of the show, both copies. So with that, I'll shut up for now. Let's meet this amazing cast. I'm going to start down at the other end there. Allison, say hello. Tell us who you are and who you're playing.
Well, hello. Man, I'm going first. That's typical because I'm playing Lisa, who is the teacher's pet, Goody Two Shoes. Lisa's motto is, "Are you sure we're not going to be in trouble for this?" And she lives by that. So looking forward to playing her. And I'm insight checked on Twitch.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Very excited. All right, next we have Allegra. Say hello.
Hey, I'm Allegra. My pronouns are they, them. I'm playing AJ, the adventurous shrimp, whose pronouns are she, they. I'm just psyched to be here, gang. I've never played Savage Worlds before, so I'm super excited to try something new.
I think you'll enjoy. Definitely very fun. All right, next is Danny. Say hello.
Hi everyone, I'm Danny. I am going to be playing the all-star jock, Reggie. She is a little rough and tumble and she's ready to have a good time. She's a really good friend of Lisa. She tries to let her have a little bit more fun. And I'm really excited to play tonight.
Thank you for being here as well. I am Todd Moonbounce at Todd Moonbounce pretty much everywhere. Thank you all for being here. I will be playing Benji, the inventive gadgeteer. So going to hopefully support my friends as we see what horrors we run into there. And Candace, before I turn it over to you, the giveaway has started. So !MHC in the chat, and you'll have a chance to win a copy of that game. So Candace, please tell us who you are, and tell us as well a little bit about Monster Hunters Club overall.
Absolutely. So welcome everybody. So happy to see everybody here tonight. Thank you for joining us. I am Candace the Magnificent. I will be your GM tonight. Go easy on me. It's my first stream. I am super thankful for the table that you guys are about to watch. I am so excited. They are fantastic role players. They are fantastic creators. Please go to all their socials and subscribe and like and retweet and share. Fantastic and phenomenal. A little bit about Monster Hunters Club. This actually was a Kickstarter campaign back in 2017, 2018. And it is written by Darren G. Miller. I actually have my hardback copy because I'm kind of like Lisa. I like books. So I got my hardback copy right here. You can find it. It's by Fabled Environments. That's the printer, the publisher. Like Todd said, it is a Savage Worlds setting. And basically it is set in the town of Gulf Haven, Alabama. in the 1980s. What's really cool about the system, if you get a chance to play it, it's based upon an archetype system. So to try and really kind of sell through that 1980s like horror movie, kid movie vibe, you begin character creation by deciding what kind of kid you want to be, right? So if you like Mouth from the Goonies, there's a big mouth character. If you like someone more like 11, there's a psychokinetic character, which we won't be using any special powers tonight, just regular old kids except for
just
the
gadgets.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of different, I think there's like 30 something archetypes for you to choose from. So you can really customize your character. And then from there, you go into normal character creation, adding your edges, your hindrances, raising in your skills and things like that. So it's really, really a nicely adaptive system for Savage Worlds. Kids, if you guys don't know, kids can't die in this setting. Player character kids can't die in this setting. Regular children can, so watch out NPCs. But yeah, that's basically Monster Hunters Club. It's really, really good. Shout out to Carl Kiesler, who did the layout for the book as well. That is my gaming sensei. He taught me everything I know, so thanks to him for preparing me for this epic adventure. I'm so excited. So do I just head in?
Yeah, I think so. I think we are ready. So take it away. Let's do this.
All right. So we open in Gulf Haven, Alabama. It's a sleepy kind of town right on the Gulf, which is how it got its name. It was originally called Morganville back in the 1950s and before, but they really wanted to try and, up the number of people that were interested in their little town. Gulf Haven has now kind of turned into this kind of proto vacation spot. You guys don't get a whole lot of tourists, unfortunately, a little out of the way, but there's plenty to do in the city, especially for young kids. It is the summer of 1985, and our wonderful cast has actually just gotten out of school about a day before. So everybody is really pumped for the summer, want to get out there, do some cool stuff. Our very first scene kind of finds you guys around the corner from the pier at a skate park. You guys can see, it's mostly like, some inline skating kind of obstacle courses, little half pipes, so you can do some, cute tricks on your skateboard, a little bike path around the outside so that you don't, run anybody over. And again, this is the first day after the last day of school. So it is hopping. There's tons of kids everywhere. You guys are seeing people are wearing, their summer best. You're seeing like awesome band tees. Kids have, crazy like wild haircuts. They don't have to be at school. There's some older kids hanging out, in the corner, smoking whatever they have, and laughing together. And you
candy
guys,
cigarettes, only candy cigarettes.
Only candy cigarettes. And you guys are there just hanging out. It's a beautiful summer day, not too hot. Got a nice breeze coming in across the Gulf. What are you guys up to? Just a refresher for the audience. The kids found out last night, looking at newspapers and news reports, and their parents kind of telling them, hey, there's going to be some curfews coming up. A body was found at the pier nearby.
I just hanging out, have my notebook, as I often do, maybe making sketches of my next summer project.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly my head in that.
I think Lisa might be with Reggie doing one of those cootie catcher fortune paper games. Mm-hmm. And Lisa keeps getting distracted by looking at the kids smoking whatever they're smoking and kind of like narrowing her eyes over there, just kind of looking for an adult to tell, but not finding one. She's just going back to the game.
What about you, AJ?
AJ is trying to, for the first time, do that the bike course with like the humps and the hills, and
Mm-hmm.
they've only just barely learned how to ride a bike. They're not proficient at biking,
Mm-hmm.
or they're proficient at it, but they're not good at it. So I think they're trying to like go, but then like other big kids start like just ripping by them top speed, and they like swerve off to the side, and they'll okay, I'll try and go again.
A valiant effort is being made. And what about you, Reggie? Are you just chilling with Lisa, or are you like you dying to get away and show off your medal? What are you doing?
I'm chilling with Lisa, but I very much want to just go do something probably not the smartest on one of the ramps with my skateboard.
Yeah.
Just try a new flip or try to like drop in really on one of the ramps that I haven't been able to drop in on.
Absolutely. As you guys are kind of looking around and you're seeing what people are doing, Reggie, you are just overcome with just this passion, this burning fire that you have to go and do something really ridiculous right now. You see a kid come by on his inline skates and he's like trying to like make his moves, and like not too many people have inline skates here. It's mostly like, you know, the four-wheelers, but this kid, like, he's all decked out in pads and everything, and you see him and he kind of like is like looking at the ramp, and he like goes top speed and then just does like an awesome stunt like right next to you. You can see him, like, all the kids kind of stop what they're doing and clap for him.
Oh, I have to try. I have to try on my skateboard to do it. I have to try. Immediately,
Right.
the same thing on her skateboard.
Very nice. Okay, so go ahead and roll me, let's see, do you have riding?
I do.
Go ahead and roll me riding. Let's see what happens.
So
First roll of the game.
that's a little wild die, right?
Yep, you're gonna roll your wild die and your stat die.
So stat die is a 3, wild die is a 4.
A 4, okay. So you skate up, right, you're on your board, right, your skateboard?
Uh-huh.
So you skate up and like the kid looks at you and kind of like shrugs you off or whatever. He's like, you know, like he's so cool. And you kind of like maneuver around him. And as you're heading up, like you can hear people kind of like clapping a little bit. Like the kids are really excited that there's some kind of show going on or something. You can see everybody's really excited. What do? Describe yourself like sailing through the air.
Okay. I would like to drop in normally, but when I get to the top of the other ramp, do like a 180 on my board, catch it, hopefully land pretty, and go back up and then land and stop on the other side.
Okay, so you do that, right?
Get some good air.
Yeah, you're going top speed. Like you get into it, you drop in, right? You're like really ready to just make an impression. For a second you get like a little bit wobbly, but you look around you and you can see like Lisa's looking up at you. She looks really proud. Even Benji has stopped what he's doing, and that's not normal. Usually he's in, you know, he's in his notebook and that's it. There's no universe around him, you know. But even Benji's like, oh, everyone's
AJ's
really
also made it to the top of one of the humps finally.
Yeah.
And was about to go down and noticed Reggie and is like,
I was about to ask, does AJ look over? Like,
oh, absolutely.
everybody
Right
is-
in the middle of everything, super in the way.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
staring
everybody
at their friend.
is pumped. Like, you look really good. Your hair is like blowing in the breeze. You get up there and like you do your 180 and you hear a cheer come up from the audience, right? People are clapping, kids are freaking out. You get down, somebody offers you a lollipop. Like it's a big deal. Like everyone's kind of whispering and looking over at you. And this is a very big deviation from kind of the quietude that you guys experience. There's a ton of kids there, but when you first got there, you could hear people kind of whispering a little bit. Some kids, you know, that are younger are just kind of hanging out and having a good time and hooting and hollering and things like that. But anybody over the age of like 12, 13, you can see them kind of like looking around, looking at their watches and things like that, just trying to like be mindful of the time. It's midday. It's like 1 in the afternoon. But there's definitely a vibe. And if you guys think maybe everybody else sort of knows about this too. Somebody is just kind of like, somebody takes your board from you, helps you sit down, Reggie, sorry. And you're like now like royalty there. Like people are looking at you like, who is that? Even the kid that was skating before you, his face is a little less smug now looking at you. Like he's impressed, you can tell.
Lisa will run up just like really excited to know someone so popular, and holding out the piece of paper that they were just looking at with the game, she unfolds the little triangle and says, "It's just like it predicted. Look, and it says like, you will become a superstar," or something like written on the inside. Look, and she's just shoving it right in your face.
Oh, that's awesome. Reggie is not comfortable with all this attention at all, not in the slightest. So she is going to just pay attention to Lisa and say, okay, that's fine. Let's do it your turn now so we can find out what's going to happen for you. And just tries to get away from all the attention because I like to blend in. She likes to blend in.
Okay, so you're trying your best to just fade into like the concrete behind you, just like trying to be like, you don't see anything. But there's really no deterring these kids. Some people kind of pick up on the fact that you're not really trying to talk to anybody and they just like linger near you. But there are still some kids that are just like, can I have your autograph? Who are you? You're so cool. Mostly like younger kids are just looking up at you with these like huge eyes, so excited. AJ, you get back on your bike and you start pedaling.
Yeah, this like the just the first little hump I'm trying to go down and then maybe back up. We'll see.
Okay. As you're riding, you kind of come close to that group of older kids. They look like they're about 16, 17. They're all kind of wearing like it almost looks like Blondie and other like rock and roll bands and stuff that you've seen in magazines and stuff like that. Like that's how they're all kind of decked out. Like they don't look like they're here to skate. They look like they're here to be cool. And as you kind of walk up to them, go ahead and roll me notice to see if you can eavesdrop on them.
Right. Notice 8, and I think I get +2 for alertness.
Excellent.
Oh, and I forgot the roll die. That's right. 9.
Whew, okay. So you're a shrimp, right? You're little. You're on this little kind of slightly rickety bike that's a little mini just for you. And you pop up over one of the little hills and you're like not even much taller than like a big shrub that's right there along the chain link fence. And you're able to just sort of like tune in. And what makes you stop in your tracks, you hear them say, body. So you like tip your head a little bit forward. They're talking about exactly what you guys have all kind of been thinking and ruminating on. The teenagers are talking, yeah, man, I don't know, like, it's weird. My mom says I can't go out, but like, we have concert tickets, so I think I'm just gonna go out. And you hear another person, oh, well, I mean, did you know him? Like, did anybody know him? And the third teenager, I didn't know him. I've never heard of that kid in my life. Did they even release a name? They said he wasn't a student, one from around here. Do you interrupt or are you just?
I think I'm gonna roll a luck to see if I can hold on to my bike or if I fall over. It's fine. I think I try to like poke my head up over the shrub and I'm full staring at them. They are the coolest people I've ever seen.
Okay.
They're like big kids and they have like a look which I don't know how to cultivate at all. And I'm just gonna look and say, do you know Cassie?
You see one of them look down at you. What?
Cassie DeMarco, do you know her?
Yeah, I know Cassie. She was in my math class.
Yeah. She said she didn't know him either.
Okay. Thanks, kid. Yeah, I mean, it's real weird.
Yeah.
Better make sure you're like not roaming around at night. I didn't even see you there behind that bush. You're like to get lost.
Well, I mean, if you didn't see me, probably a murderer wouldn't see me either, right?
You can see these kids, right? They're smoking whatever they're smoking. But it takes them a minute to like understand what you just said. And once it kind of processes through their brains, they're like, oh shit, I guess not. I guess the murderer can't see me. So the girl's
I'm
like,
probably the
oh.
perfect person to be looking for things, really, because they can't see me if you can't see me, so.
Yeah, you've got a good point. I mean,
Yeah.
You might want to be safe or whatever though, because, I mean, are you fast?
I have a bike. Bikes are fast.
Yeah, I know, but like, have you seen Halloween or Friday the 13th or it doesn't always matter that you're fast, you know?
No, I don't think I have. I've been to Halloween though, or well, I went to a Halloween event, but I don't think it's the same thing as what you're thinking. By the way you were saying it.
You say that you've never seen it, but you've been to a Halloween event, and these kids die laughing. Like they laugh loud and hard and long until they're like in stitches. It's just the funniest thing. And they kind of go, yeah, okay, kid, sure. And just continue like their fits of laughter.
What are your names?
Hey, like what? My name?
Yeah,
Tiffany.
I want to tell Cassie I saw her friends so that she'll know.
Well, I mean, I'm Tiffany.
Okay.
That's Hank. And that's Joseph. I mean, Joseph, are you friends with her? And like you see him, he kind of blushes a little bit.
She's really nice, isn't she?
yeah, I guess she's all right.
Yeah.
And you can see him, he gets kind of like weird, and like you see them kind of straightening up, like now that you're talking to them about like people that they might know. You can tell that these kids are like done talking to you. You like ask too many questions and they're just
I
like,
have no social awareness of that. This is the first time big kids have talked to me willingly, so I'm keeping it up as long as I can. They said he was found on the beach. What part of the beach was he on? Do you know?
no, I'm still waiting to hear back. My parents were like trying to find information in the newspaper. They watched the news this morning, but nobody really knows anything. I have no clue what's going on.
Do you think there's blood on the beach still?
Ew. Listen, you're really sweet or whatever, but like we're trying to get stoned. Could you just go?
There aren't any rocks around here. I mean, there are rocks on the ramp. I can bring you some rocks if you need. And they'll start like looking around for rocks by their feet and start like chucking pebbles over the fence to try and give them rocks.
Far
So,
away, Lisa says, Reggie, I think AJ is trying to throw rocks at those kids that are smoking and they're not supposed to be smoking. That's great.
Throwing rocks either. What is she doing? Oh God.
So
I mean,
over there,
maybe can we get in trouble for the rocks? I don't know, which is worse.
He can't get in trouble for all that. She can get. Let's go over there.
so you guys like see her like on her bike and she's like trying to like toss pebbles, and these kids are not looking at her. Lisa, you probably wouldn't notice this, but Reggie, because you have an older sibling, you know the look that Caleb gives you when you have spent far too much time in his room. This is the same look that AJ is getting right now. Just like, go somewhere, please.
It's like twitch in the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that look well.
Benji, you look up from where you're standing. You like look up briefly from your drawing. It's like the first time that you've kind of taken your nose out of the book since Reggie had like her big moment. And you realize that you are standing there by yourself. There is no one around. When you look over, you can see Lisa and Reggie walking over toward where AJ is, but you're just kind of chilling on your own.
There's a moment of hesitation where I almost welcome this to just go back to my notes, but then there's that itch of being, curious as one thing that maybe gets me in trouble sometimes. And I just quickly throw stuff into my backpack and just run after him. Lisa, Reggie, wait, where are you going?
Well, we're going to go see if AJ is helping or hurting our case for staying out of trouble.
I'm going to stop AJ from getting a rock thrown back at them.
We're throwing rocks?
No, we're not throwing rocks.
We're gonna.
I was thinking about making this contraption to launch rocks for you. We were talking the other day about my 2-arm, 4-arm robot. Maybe one of those arms could be a rock thrower.
That could be cool.
Yeah. And another arm can pick them up. It'd be like a scoop and throw.
There we go. That was my question. Where was it going to get the rocks? But if one throws and one supplies, then you just have 2 more to figure out what they're going to do.
Benji,
Reggie.
this will never get into science fair. I mean, it breaks the first rule of science fair. It can't cause harm.
Lisa, Reggie, maybe instead of rocks, they're baseballs.
That's even worse.
How's it worse?
That could do even more damage.
The coolest robot.
The baseballs wouldn't be thrown at people.
With that robot.
I mean, they're technically being thrown at people, but...
But if they're forewarned, it could be a really cool game of catch.
Exactly.
With 4 arms, you could have someone be a hall monitor, someone that helps you cross the street, and the person that picks up the old lady's groceries, and you'd have an arm to spare. Benji,
So
you'd have
boring.
to think bigger picture.
That's an option too, Lisa. You're right.
So this is the part in the game where I award every single person a Betty because you guys are phenomenal and I have not stopped laughing. So thank you so much for that.
I will say also, we do have 1 group Benny so far, thanks to a gift sub from that old DM. So we are at 1.
Thank you so much, that old DM.
So.
Awesome. Okay, so you guys are all walking over there then. The 3 of you are walking over there. AJ, you see them coming. You get excited. Your friends are going to come. But as this is happening, those teenagers, they can hear you guys talking your super kind of like nerdy conversation on the way over. You guys are maybe like 5 feet, 6 feet away from them. And you can see the popular girl, like she's got this kind of like teased, like blonde hair that's all swept to one side and it's kind of melting in the sun a little bit. You can see like her makeup is like running a little bit and she's like eyeing herself with disdain in her compact mirror, just like looking at herself like, oh God. And she closes it as you guys approach. And she looks over at her other 2 companions and they just silently walk away. Like they just walk out of the park. You guys see them. They don't have bikes or anything. They're just on foot and they just leave.
Was that too many stones? I'm sorry. You never gave me a number or told me to stop, so I just gave you more. I thought you just needed more. I'll tell Cassie you said hi.
Why were you throwing rocks at them?
Well, they said they wanted to get stoned and they didn't have any rocks over there, so I thought I'd give them some rocks.
Not stoned in like biblical sense, like stoned as in never mind.
I didn't even take it as the biblical sense. I just thought they wanted rocks. I have a bunch of rocks in my backpack. And they'll start like taking off their backpack to scoop their like fancy rocks that they found.
Rocks, at least like really fun rocks, are they sharp, are they pretty? What kind of rocks?
A couple of them are sharp because I thought they'd be useful. Some of them are really pretty. This one's got some really nice sparkles in it, you see? And they're like trying really hard to.
Reggie, if they didn't want rocks, what's
that mean?
So as you guys are kind of standing there trying to figure it out, Reggie, you're like really struggling with whether or not to just burst every single person's bubble or not. You guys start hearing like the sound of labored breathing and like someone pedaling really quickly up to you. And as you turn around, you see he looks like he's maybe like 8 years old, maybe 9. Benji, I'm not sure. Benji and Lisa, both roll notice for me. Kids in this setting do not have common knowledge, so I use notice kind of interchangeably with that to see if you know people.
I have a single success.
Okay.
I have an 11.
Perfect. That's a raise. Okay, so Benji, you turn around and you see this kid, and he's on pretty nice looking bike. He is like I said, about 8 or 9. Deep brown skin, short fade, and he's wearing, this really cute kind of like terry cloth shirt and some corduroy pants. Way too hot to be outside in summertime. So you can see he's like corduroy. Sweating, right? His outfit doesn't match. He definitely looks like he probably got dressed by himself. And he's just like, you see him, he's just huffing away, right? And he's staring at the 4 of you. And he's like just pedaling and pedaling and pedaling. You can kind of see the reactions like from other kids outside. The teenagers are now kind of further down the street, but they look like someone has just kind of clipped them. And he's just panting and panting. Benji, you recognize this kid. You've seen him at school, at Washington Elementary. You've seen him kind of in the hallways and things like that. He has a bunch of younger friends. And whenever you make anything cool, that gaggle of children is always like eyeing you. Nobody ever talks to you. They just kind of watch you curiously. Lisa, you actually know who this is. So actually, you know what? AJ also knows who this is. So Lisa, you know this person because you know all of the teachers at school, right? Including the librarian, the janitor, like you're on a first name basis with pretty much everyone at school. AJ, you recognize
I would never use
kid.
their first names. I just want to go on record.
That's true because you're respectful.
Yeah.
AJ, you recognize him as well because he's Ms. Jenkins' son.
Oh.
You see him and he like looks at you with some recognition, and then like you see him kind of glance over at Benji, and he's like, uh-oh, so cool, and kind of like looks away like off into the distance and keeps pedaling and just gets right in front of you. And he's like, AJ, hey, something, my mom said like you're really smart.
I try. Yeah, I try to.
Yeah, like, okay, so, I mean, Benji's smart too, so.
Benji's so smart. Benji is like brilliant. Benji makes cool stuff all the time, and I don't know how he does it. I just have books. He can like make things.
Like, what about secrets? Can you keep secrets?
Yeah. All the time. That's all yes, I'm good at it.
So you guys see him, his chest is heaving, he's just drenched in sweat, and his hands are like clutching his handlebars for dear life. And he just kind of like screeches to a halt, and he tries to just get his bearings and his wits about him for a second.
I reach into my backpack and I give him a Capri Sun.
He looks grateful as heck. Like he pops it open, takes a gigantic, like squeezes it to take the biggest swig that he possibly can. Yeah. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Oh. So you guys hear about and you see him like look around and try to make sure no one else is listening to you guys, and he leans in. You guys, do you know about that body?
Yeah, that dead kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A kid is dead. You know about that, right?
Yeah.
So you guys, I know something, but I haven't told anybody, not even my mom. And I tell her pretty much everything. So like, just please swear you're not going to say anything to anybody. And if like, you have to, just like, don't tell them it was me, because no one knows that like, I know.
Lisa looks visibly uncomfortable. Whenever she's asked to keep a secret from adults, she just does not do well and has been bullied for being a big mouth. So she is just kind of like shifting, her feet are just shifting around, and she's just like, and she's just kind of broken.
Go ahead,
Lisa, if you unplug your ears, that way you won't know, and I'll know, and I'll swear promise. And you don't have to.
But what if I can help? I know all the adults. I know everything that we could do to make it better. I can't not know.
What if he tells me and then I tell you, so that way if you tell someone, it's not him that told you, it's me that told you.
Okay, that I can do. I'll hear from you, AJ.
So you see him, he's like looking over at Lisa now, like yeah. Oh no, I want nothing to do with this. So he like moves his bike, like he's like he's still straddling his bike. He like moves his bike and like turns his
I'm also
shoulder
still
to
on my
you.
bike, so I'm gonna try and like interlock our bikes.
He leans in and he looks over at you suspiciously, Lisa, like, and leans in to the other three of you, and he's being as quiet as he can, but he's also like talking really excitedly. What's nice is that like you guys haven't attracted any more attention since those teenagers left. Everybody is still kind of excited. The excitement and you know kind of energy that was riding off of Reggie's fantastic stunt is still kind of buzzing around. So it's nice and kind of noisy behind you. And he kind of leans in and looks at you. So I was playing flashlight tag last night. I was so excited because like it's no more school, you know, it's summertime, and I just thought like, I don't know, like we could go have fun. So me and my friends, it was me and my friend Sam Martinez and Steve Carson, and I don't know, we were having such a nice time, and we were playing flashlight tag, amusement pier, and I don't know, I was running and I was really focused, and Sam tripped in the sand and he started yelling, and so I went over there and he was crying when I got over there. He was just crying, and I couldn't get him to tell me what was wrong. And I don't know, I went to go like look, and me and Steve like moved some stuff around, and I don't know, I saw like something all tangled up in like nets and stuff, and like seaweed and was on it, and I saw like maybe it was like a dead dolphin or something, like I could do like a cool book report about it, but it was a dead body.
Another one?
No, it was
that one.
It was the boy. I saw his hand, and like I saw like his hair, and I don't know, like I just shined my flashlight real quick, and I saw there was seaweed on his face, and Steve said we should get a stick and poke it, but I was like, no, that's a person, man. So I don't know, I almost threw up. It was really scary. It looked kind of like a teenager or something. It was really dark, and I was so scared. And you guys see like down his like beautiful cocoa cheeks are like these deep streaks of tears. Like he just like, you can see him trying to like hold on as long as he can. It's at that moment that you guys really get like a good look at this kid, and you can see like there are dark circles under his eyes. It looks like maybe he hasn't slept. His shirt is like all kind of like cattywampus and stuff. Like the collar is all like janky and stuff. Like this kid has had a really rough night.
Without regard to that, I'm going to interrupt and act and address the other two. I know Lisa's kind of off, as if he's not even there, and just be like, maybe hands up on their shoulders. We have got to go check this out.
Oh yeah.
We have
I
to.
want to find that net.
Totally agree. I definitely want to see where they found it. And see if maybe we could find some stuff.
Yeah.
It's still in the middle of the day, right?
Yeah, we have time. I'm gonna try and like, since Benji has a hand on both of our shoulders, I'm gonna try and loop the kid in and like give his shoulder a squeeze and just kind of try to comfort him a little bit.
I'm just gonna look at Lisa and see how badly she's freaking out right now. If she's heard any of this, how hard she's plugging her ears.
Lisa is trying to sidle closer to the group because she sees a group dynamic forming and she like doesn't want to be left out of it, but she also doesn't want to hear what's going on. And so she kind of like pokes her hand off her ear a little bit, and she's like, I heard Dolphin book report and that sounds really cool, but why is he crying?
Just
Because the dolphin failed his book report.
Yeah.
Oh God, and she closes her ears again.
So AJ, you kind of pull him in, like you try to bring him in a little bit to your huddle, and like you just like reach your hand out and he's like already next to you. Like he like throws his bike to the ground and is like, yeah.
This is one of the only children I'm taller than, and I'm enjoying the small amount of like comfort my height affords him. What's his name? I know he's Miss Jenkins' son, but what's his name?
So his name is Davey.
Davey. Okay.
Yep. And like he kind of looks at you guys, like his eyes are just like huge. Like he stopped crying a little bit now that, you know, he feels accepted by some of you guys, but like he's still like just wide-eyed and like really excited to be with you. And he looks over and he's like, so Sam told his dad, but I think that's the only grown-up that knows. And his dad went to the police, and that's when they like went to the beach and they found him, and then it was in the news, and then like, I don't know, now it's everywhere. I even saw a sign with his face on it. I saw his name is Brad or Brett? I think his name is Brett.
Brett.
So he's not there anymore?
I don't know.
Probably not. Maybe.
I mean, I found him last night at like, I don't know, like 7:30, 8 o'clock. He's probably gone by now.
Maybe the net's there though.
all the clues are.
Yeah, we have to find out. Maybe we can figure out what happened.
Yeah.
I think.
You guys.
Do you want to go with us?
Me?
Yeah. I mean, you know where it was. You can show us.
Or you look.
You don't
you can
have to.
Tell us. You look kind of. Yeah. If you know exactly where it was, maybe you could tell us where it is.
I can ride down there with you guys and show you where I saw it, but like I don't think I want to go down there. I don't.
Okay.
It's the first day of summer and I don't even want to go to the amusement pier anymore. I was supposed to ride the merry-go-round every day the whole summer break, but I'm just too scared. And like, if you guys could just like figure out what happened, then like maybe I could go back and like have a nice summer and just like I don't know, like ride go-karts all the time.
Bumper cars are my favorite.
I'm a big Ferris wheel fan. I understand that. We'll figure it out so you can have a great summer. Promise.
Okay. I don't know, like I told my friends I was gonna come talk to you and like they got scared because you guys are big kids, but like I told them like no, like I know AJ is like really cool. They're just like a really nice person, and like my mom really likes, and like my mom doesn't. I mean, my mom like she has a hard time liking people because there's a lot of like real jerky kids that go to that school, but like you know my mom really likes you, AJ, and she talks about you all the time. So like I thought it would be safe if you found out.
Yeah, your mom's so nice to me, and she helps me find really good books. But also, you did the right thing coming to us and not a grown-up. That's the smart thing to do.
Okay.
Lisa
Cool.
still has her hands over her ears, or she definitely would have reacted to that.
So he keeps kind of like looking over at you, Lisa, and like the longer that you have your hands over your ears, he kind of gets more and more confident. He's just like, okay, she's not gonna rat me out. You see him get on his bike and he's like, do you guys like, do you want me to like show you now or?
You could just tell us where it is, and I think we'll be able to find it. Just don't tell anyone. Just don't tell anyone you told us.
Okay, I won't tell anybody. I only told Sam. I told Sam and Steve, but that's it. I'm not telling anybody else.
Okay.
Pinky promise?
Pinky promise. And like you can see, he's like super excited. He offers it right up, shakes with each of you. You can feel it's real firm. So as you guys are kind of hearing from him a little bit more and more, and he's starting to kind of loosen up, he starts walking his bike toward the entrance to like walk you guys out. And he points down the street up toward where you guys know the pier is. And he's like, so when you get there, you're going to go all the way to the end of the pier, like where the boardwalk is. And then like on the sand, underneath that, where like the overhang is, that's where we're playing, because it's like real dark and we had our flashlights out and it was like, oh man, you guys got to play some flashlight tag. Not at the beach though. That's not safe. But like next time, play some, it's going to be really good. And like he starts kind of like prattling on to you guys as he's kind of taking you like, and you guys get like halfway in between where the skate park is and where the pier is. Before you can see, he's like a little less steady on his feet. The closer you guys get, like with every step, he just feels like he looks kind of shaky. He's looking around a lot. You can tell he's like on the verge of having a kid freak out.
While we're walking, Lisa will pull AJ aside and try and debrief with them.
Mhm.
And she takes a deep breath and she's like, okay, what happened?
Well, we're
Come
gonna
on,
go to.
we'll tell him on the way. Let's go.
Yeah.
And
here,
I run
do
over,
you
get on
wanna-
my bike, and I'm on my bike ready to haul out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell Lisa. I'll tell Lisa everything, but I'll try and spin it like it wasn't a big deal. There was like, oh, there was just a net, and there was something in the net, and they thought it was a dolphin, but it wasn't a dolphin, and we're gonna go look for it.
Okay.
I want to turn to Davey and say, at the end of the pier under the overhang, right?
Yeah, like, you know, like,
Come with us. You don't look like you want to keep going. You don't have to come with us. It's okay. We know where we're going.
Yeah, no, we're really good at biomarine research. Like I've done this a lot in school, so we've got it.
okay, there's one more thing, I didn't tell you. You guys see he kind of like scuffs his shoe on the ground for a couple of seconds before he like takes a real deep breath.
Before you say it, does she need to cover her ears again?
Oh, maybe?
Now I have to listen.
Oh, well, too late. Go ahead.
So, there was one thing that like Steve did see. I was too scared to look, but Steve, he said he saw holes in his neck.
Like a vampire bit him?
There's
I
no
don't
such thing as
know.
vampires.
There might be. You don't know.
My
do
mom and
know.
dad, my mom says there's no such thing as vampires. I'm
Yeah,
allowed to read
either.
about them. She says, like, I mean, there's Banicula, and he's pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
Banicula's definitely the reason I don't eat cauliflower. No, thank you.
Count Duckula? I mean, you know, these things exist. It could be. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not taking any chances. Look at me. I'm like a little
I sure hope he's still there.
Well, I mean, I think if you guys go now, it'll be safe, because, like, from what I know about the books I've read, vampires, they just don't come out in the daytime.
Those are in the
All right.
fiction section, not the nonfiction section. The fiction section is the one that doesn't matter as much.
Fiction section matters just as much as the nonfiction section.
Totally agree.
Not in real life.
Yeah, it does.
AJ, you say that, and he, like, gets this giant grin on his face and, like, leans into you a little bit more, like,
My little buddy. He's my little buddy.
Oh,
Lisa now scuffs her shoe and she's like, not in Quiz Bowl at least.
Well, people used to think science was magic, and it's just science. So maybe the magic that we think is magic isn't actually magic. It's just science we don't get yet. And
AJ,
the vampire.
that's something I can get behind, but probably not the rest of what you're about to say.
That's fair.
like, as you guys are kind of finishing your exchange, like, he just takes his last step. And you see him kind of plant his feet hard, and he looks up at you, Reggie, and he's like, thanks for not making me feel bad. I don't want to go over there with you.
It's okay. I get it. I don't get it, but I get it.
People are allowed to be afraid of anything.
I want to be
You're
tough.
silly.
I want to be tough, and I hope you guys, if you're doing anything cool this summer, and you can see him, he's, determined to shoot his shot. He's like, please come and get me, because I would love to hang out with you guys.
We're about to do something really cool.
Yeah, but we'll do cool, not scary things too, maybe. Hopefully. Also, maybe what if we just do only scary things this summer? That would be so fun.
Well, scary, like the maze at the amusement pier?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, maybe we can take a pre-test for the test next year without studying first.
That sounds scary too, actually.
Doesn't
I
it?
don't know what that is, but that sounds interesting.
Maybe. Would be really scary? Yeah, Lisa, we could just study with you for a whole day.
Oh,
This thing of
good.
nightmares.
Don't say that out loud.
You guys know it's summer break, right? You guys
I know.
study.
I know it's summer break.
That's okay. She likes books. Are good all the time.
Oh, so you're like my mom.
I think you should tell your mom.
About
Why?
this?
No.
Yeah, I think she could help.
So he gets back on his bike and he takes 3 steps backward on the bike, rolls backward and looks at you. My mom, if she found out that I was on the beach last night and I found a body, I'll never be allowed to leave the house again. Do you have any idea? My parents, she always knows where I am. She's probably wondering where I am right now. I'm missing ants on a log. I gotta go.
We should go. We know where we're going, and we'll let you know what we find later.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Be careful.
See ya.
And you see, hops on his bike and pedals away. And a couple of times, he looks back at you guys and waves frantically, bye.
Lisa, standing there completely unaware of all of her social faux pas, looks at the rest of the group and she's like, I think he does want to hang out with us. Maybe he wants to study with us too. So when are we studying?
Not today.
Maybe you can study what's at the beach.
Yeah, marine biology, as you said, Lisa. Let's go. Come on.
She'll
So
run
you
forward
guys-
with the rest.
You guys then, you pedal, you put the pedal to the metal and you head to the pier, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys get down there and maybe less than a block away from the pier, you guys can see the cherries and berries, flashing lights of police cars. No ambulances or anything like that, but you definitely see that there's some bike cops, with their summer gear on and everything, their bike shorts and their helmets and their sunglasses. You can see there's a dog, a German Shepherd that's out there doing his work, sniffing around, being led by another police officer. And as you walk up to the pier, you can see everything is more or less still open. All of the stores are still there. Everything that that's normally open is open, but all the way down at the end, you can see that there is a little bit of yellow tape.
Well, we're gonna have to get around them somehow.
Is there another way to the beach that we can kind of make our way around, or should we just go to the stores closest to and maybe try to sneak around? What do you think we should do?
Yeah, if there's there's a good vantage point we can get to.
Benji, do you have anything that lets you see like a spyglass or anything?
I'm
No.
really stealthy.
No, I don't. No, sorry.
Huh.
Now,
You said you were sneaky?
Benji, you do know that you've got some stuff in your pack. I imagine as an inventor, you always have some bits and bobs with you, yes?
Yeah.
So if you'd like to create something,
Yep. Just what I was looking at.
yeah, please feel free.
I'm also very stealthy. It's one of my edges. I might be able to just kind of through without them seeing me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna see how much I want to stretch reality here for this. Okay, so I think, actually, and I bring around my pack and I just start going at pulling things out, whatnot, and I bring out like mirrors, reflective, just random pieces of things that are reflective, because I may be able to kind of create something that reflects the light and the scenery around, one of us, and it, almost kind of like an invisibility type thing.
That sounds so cool. I bet you can do it.
I can try, yeah.
Yeah, maybe down here where we're not before we head onto the pier, so no one's actually looking at us.
Yeah, let's go hide first, and then we'll get in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you guys see the map?
Well, I'll get you over there in a second.
Thank you.
Yep.
So in a second, you guys will kind of see the layout of the pier, exactly which areas you kind of have available to you. The police are right there up at the crosswalk where you guys are and kind of flanking the sides of the opening. And then the cops are kind of just like walking around. You can see there's probably some more at the other end, you'd assume. But I don't think it's not like thick with police. Like you guys can't move through there. But if you want to go unnoticed, then we will have to see what Benji rolls before we do stealth if perchance he fails.
Yep, okay, so basically it takes 3 power points to cast this as like a gadget. And then I need to do, I grab that power. Let me see. I can't. It's 5 power points. I cannot do that.
No?
No, because I can only spend 3 for Gadgeteer.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I can't. So I will. I'll start putting the stuff together and just. I don't have enough of what I need, guys. I'm sorry. If I had more supplies, I could, but it just might be a little risky. Sorry. I think if we're just really quiet, though, we might be able to get over there.
There's a lot going on. It's really loud here.
So you can all see there's families and stuff still enjoying their time on the boardwalk. Something to know about the amusement pier, just background for our audience and also for you. You all recognize the pier is a place that during the day is usually overrun with families, especially on the weekends. During the summertime, tons and tons of people like to come here from all over the town and then the surrounding cities as well. Sometimes when there's special events. Right now in front of you, you can see. Again, this is the first day of summer, really, after school has let out. Mostly what you're looking at are kids younger than you. The oldest kid on this pier right now is, other than you guys, is probably like 9 or 10 years old. People are hanging out with their families. You see, women pushing strollers and things like that, eating ice cream, from some of the vendors that are there. This pier is something that is a local attraction. But it's something that you guys kind of take for granted. You always kind of hang out there. It's very familiar. And as you're kind of walking through, you guys are trying to just be like sort of unassuming. No one really looks at you. You step out onto the wooden planks. You can smell that like salty sea air. You can smell some hot dogs and cotton candy and popcorn coming from like wafting over from the amusement pier. You can smell kind of like a smell of cigarettes kind of wafting in from the bar and restaurant that's over to your right. You can see there's some adults, a couple adults in there, enjoying themselves. You guys also know that after hours, your parents generally frown upon you visiting without adult supervision. Usually around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, a lot of the regular places start to kind of close up and things like that. But some of the fun places actually stay open. So you've got Dynamite Dave's Arcade. You've got Sound Waves, which is right over here. This is Sound Waves. It is a record shop. You've got, there's a tattoo shop over here, Boardwalk Tattoo, and then Boardwalk Video right in front of that here. blackjack tattoo. Then here you've got a comic book shop. So this whole little strip, this area usually stays open. But over here you've got like a bait and tackle store and like a fishery where they sell like fresh fish, and you can also get some, some delicious food in there, kind of to go, more like fast food style. So you guys are looking around, everything is open, everything seems surprisingly normal for being the day that somebody has been, found dead on the beach. And as you start kind of walking through, you can see like there's the moms and dads that are there look like they are, eagle-eyed on their kids, like watching them. So no one really has time to look at you guys. Like no one's registering that you're even in the vicinity.
I mean, it might be worth it to try and just sneak over there.
Yeah, it's the first day of summer, so, let out of school, summer break, so people are really, really busy into that. I mean, we're just a bunch of unassuming kids, I think.
Maybe we just pretend we don't know what's going on and we just keep going.
Yeah.
Just
wandering like we're maybe supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Well, we are supposed to be there. We're supposed to be helping a friend and proving that science is real.
And it's summertime, so we're technically supposed to be at the pier having a good time. So
Lisa, just don't tell anybody about our project. We don't want somebody else to kind of steal the research. I mean, think of that.
Yeah.
You need to be the one to discover this.
Right.
So
okay.
just,
all the teachers listen to you, so you'll be our mouthpiece when we get this done.
I am certainly the mouthpiece of the group.
Ignore my Benny spent. I'm not cooking up anything crazy over here yet. So you guys start kind of walking through, and as you look around, you can see there's also people working. You see kind of like two clowns, one closer to the amusement pier, and then one on the other side, like right outside of the restaurant. The one outside the restaurant looks like a female clown. She's got like a big curly, like long kind of like wig on that's like rainbow colored, and a really tiny hat with a flower sticking out of it. She's got like a big bow tie on and like full clown regalia, big giant smile on her face, and like one giant tear painted on. And you can see she's like passing out like little like trinkets and tchotchkes, like little beads and things like that to little kids that are coming by.
Balloon
and she waves
animals?
at you guys. No, so the other clown across from you, closer to the amusement pier, he is passing out balloon animals. You see like a little 4-year-old running past you, like warp speed with this giant, like brandishing this giant, like oversized balloon sword. You're like, Mom, like freaking out. And she's like, come here, please. I need to keep an eye on you. You can see there's a hot dog cart vendor right there. It's like a bored teenager. You can tell he's like reading a comic book. He's like not paying attention to anybody. He's just like sitting there under the hot sun. So plenty to look at. And then right here down at the bottom where you guys see this kind of like thoroughway at the end around here, that is the kind of location where you think that Davey might have been referring to, where he found this
Can you
body.
ping that on the map again?
Yes.
Please, long press. There it is, yep.
Like this area underneath there's like a whole area underneath the boardwalk that's just still sand and things like that. Reggie, you know that big kids go there to kiss each other sometimes. That's what you know goes on underneath the pier from your brother and his friends. Benji, I imagine you'd probably be aware of this too, like vaguely, but you're 10, so it's probably like... And AJ, you don't know that that's what goes on under the pier, but you know that a lot of kids talk about going there when you're at school and no one like invites you. Like it's all the popular kids talking about it and stuff.
Yeah. I think I've tried to ask Cassie like 3 times, like, why are people always going to the pier? And she won't tell me.
Yes, correct. So anything you guys would like to explore?
I think
Or are you
I'm
going, like-
steering clear of the clowns as far as I possibly freaking can.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If I have to interact with them, I'm going to the one who will make a balloon, but I don't want to interact with either of them.
Okay. So as you walk past the first clown that's over here by the restaurant, she's right in this area. She smiles at you and she like honks her nose and it goes bark bark. And she like looks at you guys and is like, "Hey kids, hey, come on over here. You guys want beads?" And she's like zhuzhing the beads in your face, kind of. You guys just keep going. You're like, "No."
No.
Yeah, he walks past.
Are the beads free? Lisa's just really trying to not engage, but also not walk away from an adult that's showing her some kind of attention.
She looks at you and like smiles, and you can see like the makeup is kind of settling into her wrinkles a little bit, increasing a bit on her. It's hot outside. She's a little sweaty. Not the best first impression. And she looks at you and is like, "Well, yeah, they're free. Take some, take some." And she like puts 2 of them around your neck. What do you think of that?
Thank you. I like them.
You want some for your friends? You guys want some?
They want some.
Lisa, does she have any candy?
Do you have any candy?
Do not
Candy. And she like she
She's not a
shakes her
stranger.
hand.
It's just a clown.
She shakes her
That's
hand a
not
couple of
danger.
times. Lollipops pop out, and it looks kind of like a bouquet of flowers, like it's like big lollies. And she's like, "Go ahead, take your favorite. I've got cherry, I've got lemon, and I've got orange."
Guys?
No grape.
No strawberry?
Nope, just
Okay.
these.
Thank you, but no thank you.
My mom
I'll
told
take
me that strangers would hide razor blades in candy.
Okay, well, yeah, you gotta be safe, kid. But these are hard candies. This is a lollipop. See, you can see. And she
Harder to hide.
shows
It's
you
easier to hide things in there.
the front and
AJ.
back of it.
I'm gonna
AJ,
I'm gonna
we can-
try
we
and
can-
take like all of them. I'll take 3 of them. I'll take 3 or 4 of them, and say thank you, and then take them back. I'm gonna pop a cherry right in, right away, and then hand them out to everyone else.
You killed AJ.
So like the second that you try to like take 3 of them, she kind of
This
grabs.
is a serious production, Allegra.
She
Get it
kind
together.
of she grabs she grabs your
Popped a
wrist,
cherry already.
Benji, and she looks at you and she goes, "Wait a minute. 1 per child, kid. These for your friends or just for you?"
For my friends, of course.
"All right, good, good." And she like goes back to like her giddy, like happy self and like does like a little dance.
See,
and you
AJ,
take them.
this person isn't a bad person. They are an employee. We can trust them.
I don't.
Sure can.
No.
Bonk, bonk.
They only brought clowns to the hospital when kids died.
What kids died? And you can like everybody roll me notice.
Five.
So I'm gonna spend a Benny because we got him. We had a $25 donation from Neva and Omar. So we're up to, and then we had 5 gift subs from Jen Geeky. So we have 11 group Bennies. So
Wow. Okay.
use them or lose them, gang. I'm
And
gonna.
yeah, for sure.
You guys are
I'm gonna
killing
spend
it.
one of those. So
Badly, so I would like to use either my Benny or a group Benny.
That's just a full reroll, right?
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep.
God.
Did any of you take Elon as an edge?
Take what?
Elon as an edge? No?
No, I don't think so.
How many bennies can we use?
You can use as many bennies as
yeah.
you like.
Oh no,
Use
wait,
another
no. But you cannot Benny on Snake Eyes, can you?
No.
Did you get a critical failure? Uh-oh. What did everybody else get before we resolve this?
Failure with a 3.
Okay.
Lisa has a 9.
9. Okay.
Full 14.
14. Okay. So, Lisa and AJ, you guys kind of notice, she's like, "What? Dead kids." And like, as she's kind of laughing about it, you can see like beads of sweat start to kind of like pour down the sides of her face. And she's like, "What? That's weird. Never heard of that. Not supposed to talk about that, kids. All right, who wants candy? Who wants candy?" And she starts kind of like walking away from you guys, like waddling over to some other kids and like talking to these like little ones. Reggie, you're trying to look at this lady. You're doing everything you can to kind of discern what's going on there. You get like a weird vibe from her. She's like too peppy or something. But like as she kind of smiles at you, like you look at her and you're just like, this is just an old lady. She's really nice. She's sweet. Like this is the least I've been afraid of clowns. Like for a second, like you feel kind of comfortable. And like you look at your friends and they're all kind of like disconcerted a little bit, but you just don't understand why.
Okay, guys, I think the clown lady killed that kid. She was super nervous when they started talking about it.
Is the
Was she
clown?
nervous, or it's just hot outside?
No, she was definitely
She was
nervous.
sweating.
Is the
But-
clown a vampire?
Summertime. It's the first day.
I didn't see her teeth. Did you see her teeth?
I was trying to not hit that close to her face, so no, I didn't see much besides the crazy makeup.
It was blocked by the lollipops.
Ugh, lollipops.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like a distraction.
AJ, since you
Hiding
got
in
such a
plain sight.
since you got such a high score, AJ, like she turns back around and like you can see her from where you're standing.
Mhm.
Her teeth look pretty normal. They look like a little too square, and a little too white, but
Mhm.
they look pretty normal.
I don't know. She's got tombstone teeth.
Maybe they like grow out.
Maybe. We gotta
We-
find evidence before we convict her, though.
Yeah, I mean,
So what you guys?
we don't know that it was a bite, right?
I mean, it just said there were holes, and then I just kind of jumped to the conclusion. But like, what else in your body makes holes? Your body already has holes.
Holes in the neck.
Yeah.
But if we're thinking it's a and
Vampires aren't real.
Yes, they are.
we don't know that yet. We're trying to figure it out. But if they are, and her teeth aren't sharp, then it can't be her, right?
Maybe. I'm still suspicious.
Okay.
I thought she was nervous just because she didn't like talking about dead kids. It's really sad.
Is that? I understand. That might be weird for other people to experience. Yes, I understand that now.
Lisa gives you a sidelong look.
So as you guys are kind of having this chit chat, are you just kind of moving through the boardwalk? You keep walking?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
You guys get,
like cops from binging out.
Okay. you guys get right over here where it's targeted on the map, right in front of the merry-go-round, the carousel. And there's another clown standing there. You guys see, and he's he's all dressed up. He's got like a green and white polka dot suit on. He's a sad clown though. He has like a big sad face on, and he's got a flower on his cheek, and he's got like hair that's like he's bald on top, but he's got like the hair that's just on the sides, and it's like frizzy and green to match his outfit. And he's doing some balloons and stuff and passing them out to kids, and it doesn't look like he's talking. Like he's also kind of miming to the kids and playing with them.
I'm gonna go up to him and say, "Hello. Can you show me how to do balloons? I'm trying to learn."
So he pulls out like he has like a lot of flourish, much more polished than the other lady. He pulls out this like balloon and kind of snaps it into place, and he like stretches it and does all his expertise, and he blows it up in like 3 puffs to like its full capacity. And you can see he like starts to kind of do it really quick and shows it to you and is like, bam, and then hands it off to a kid. And then he does one more and he offers you one. And he like shows you how to kind of blow it up step by step, do the twists and everything like that. The whole time not saying anything, just pantomiming everything to you. And he kind of like does the final twist as you do the final twist. And then he like does like an "on guard" with his sword.
I'm gonna roll performance, but that is unskilled.
Okay.
Ooh, my 4 exploded.
For audience members, when you are unskilled in Savage Worlds, you can roll still, but you are at -2.
So I have a 6 on the die, -2 for a success.
Nice. Okay. So he's like impressed. Like he does his hiya and you do your hiya. And for a second, you guys are like doing this like sword fighting and stuff, having a good time, until a little kid comes up and like kind of tugs on his suit and is like, "Doggy." And he starts like,
As he does that, I want to just like, can I have a few more just balloons so I can practice? would that be okay?
And he hands you kind of like a fistful of balloons. Like you
Okay,
can see he's got
awesome.
dozens and dozens in his pouches and stuff.
Yeah. So I just kind of pocket those. Thank you, and then meet up with the rest of the.
He salutes you as you walk away and is like, makes like he's a little soldier.
While Benji is doing some item recon, Lisa will talk to AJ and Reggie and kind of point over at what she interprets to be a friendlier clown and say, well, maybe we can ask the nice clown about the mean clown. Like, if you really think that the other clown was involved, AJ, maybe this clown can tell us about the other clown. Clowns talk to each other, probably. I mean, sometimes I talk to the other kids in my class, sometimes. So yeah, maybe they like know each other.
What if they're in cahoots and then he tells the other one that she's suspicious and then she runs away and then we don't have her anymore and we can't tell anyone?
I don't think adults would betray each other like that. Adults are like better forms of children.
They're really not.
I mean, maybe
Adults
normal
suck.
adults, but clowns are kind of scary. Not that first one, cool person, but like in general, clowns kind of scary.
They're not too bad. As I join up at the tail end of the conversation.
Well, sword, Benji.
Yeah. I actually made this one.
Can you make me one?
Yeah. Well, here, take mine. He gave me some extra balloons, and I thought that maybe they could come in handy later. You know, I mean, they're stretchy and elastic, but also maybe they could be a distraction. You know, we blow them up and pop them.
Such a good idea.
So, yeah.
Reggie's way too excited about it personally.
So as you walk by, you see the clown that's doing the balloons or whatever. He kind of stops and looks at the four of you and sees you with your sword and seemingly pulls a sword, like a matching sword out of nowhere, and is like, and waves it at you.
The clown did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I wave it back, but like I don't go any closer. I just very hesitantly wave it back.
Okay. So like you can see, he's kind of keeping busy. The closer you guys get to the pier, though, like now you're right about here, and the closer and closer you get to the pier, the more police you can see. There's a bunch of bike cops that are kind of riding up and down the outer boardwalk there. You can see a couple police officers down toward the ground over here on the actual sand itself, kind of looking around. They're stepping back up onto the boardwalk. And you can see like the looks on all their faces. Nobody's smiling today. It's pretty clear that, you know, most of these people have probably been here since last night. Everybody has a cup of coffee in their hand, and you can kind of hear some of them talking like in hushed tones.
Maybe we should go to the edge and just kind of at least get as far as we can and listen in. Maybe we'll find something out. We would know. So imagine as a pier, it's on stilts, right? Like
Yes.
the stilted. Okay, so yeah, I wonder. Maybe we go to the other side and like work our way underneath as well. But I think we should go listen in.
Yeah, I'm really good at being ignored, honestly. So I might be able to sneak fairly close and listen.
Everybody go ahead and roll me stealth. If you don't have it, you're going to be at a -2. But if you do have it, this is just
Should be.
a
It's a
regular
core skill, so everyone should have it.
Would I use my edge rolls because no one is technically looking at us right now? Would I use those rolls right now?
No one is looking directly at you, so
Okay.
you're
I
good.
am spending a Benny.
Mhm.
For a reroll, is that right?
Yes. Allison, on your chat cards, there is that circle icon, which will automatically spend it
I'm also spending another
either
penny.
way. So I have a 5 for a success.
Okay.
I have an 11
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
where 6 exploded.
Very nice.
Squeaking by
gang-
with a 4.
Yeah, everyone, just use your personal bennies for now, and then when we get to it, if you need to, let me know, and then we'll use the group ones.
I also have a 5.
5. Okay. And Lisa, you had a 4, right?
Yes, on the reroll.
Okay. So you guys kind of just huddle together and you try to be as quiet as you can. And Reggie kind of takes the lead here. She shows you guys exactly how she just like kind of blends in seamlessly with the crowd. And you guys kind of like are able to slink around. There's some stairs like that, like right off to the side here that go down onto the beach. and you guys kind of like curl around the corner and like peek your heads out, and you kind of watch as two police officers kind of ascend the steps, and it's just you guys down there. Did you want to actually explore, or are you just trying to kind of hear what people are saying?
Yeah, I think get a listen first.
Yeah, we'll listen first and then maybe explore, because they might give us a clue of what to look for.
And what direction to go.
So as you guys are just kind of like right at the edge of those stairs, you can hear some of the police officers talking above you. And you can hear one, he seems like he might be in charge. And he's talking to like a deputy. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's always bad when you find a kid, you know? Always. This one was particularly ugly. You say you don't have no family? And you can hear the other police officer basically confirming, like, no, he has no family. We don't know. We heard he might have some friends here on the pier. Not really sure. You know, he wasn't really wearing any kind of identifying clothes, so you know, we're still trying to find some leads, hoping, you know, maybe somebody saw something. Still got to interview the people at the amusement pier. Still got to interview people over at the Roost. See if anybody maybe knew something. So they're basically just kind of going over the details of the case, and from that you can kind of glean that no one really knows this kid so far. Like, no one's claimed him in the 24 hours since this has been going on. Nobody is, you know, called and asked about him or anything like that. He's just sort of dead, and it's bumming everybody out, because you'd expect a kid, you know, under the age of 18, somebody would notice he was missing.
Now that we've heard, do you think you guys want to try to sneak down?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I think so. That'd be good.
As long as we don't consider it sneaking, it's more like exploring for a sanctioned purpose, because the police officers need help. They don't have any leads.
Absolutely.
Exploring for a sanctioned purpose extremely quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we have 5 more bennies to help us out with that sneaking, thanks to another $25 from Savage Clint. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much. You guys are being amazing to us tonight. Thank you so much for watching.
Absolutely. All right, let's yeah.
So you guys get down onto the sand, and there's like a weird smell. It almost smells like I don't know, like gunpowder or something. If you guys feel like you maybe have done some research into things, definitely Lisa. But if anybody else also wants to roll, Lisa, do you have academics?
No.
No?
I do. Can I roll academics?
Yes, you may.
Yes.
Lisa, do you have any like bookish kind of skills that you can use, that you'd like to use? Otherwise, if you'd like to roll academics, you could just be at a -2.
Lisa loves school, but she might not be very good at it.
Okay. Give it a try.
Snake eyes.
Snake eyes?
Oh no.
No.
Very sad, very sad.
What is going on?
AJ, you're like really trying to just like place the smell, and all you're getting is fish. Like, you're just smelling like fish and like body oil from like the beach. And as you're kind of sniffing, like, you look down and you can see there's like a really like gross looking, like moldy looking towel that's just like off to the side. It looks like somebody just like left there, and it's pretty clear that's what you're smelling. But you can't like muster up like what else it is. You can't quite put your finger on like what it is that you're smelling. And everybody like looks at you.
To know.
Everyone looks at you like, well, and you're just like,
It smells bad. There's a gross towel and like there's some fish. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Benji does have research.
okay, go ahead and roll me research.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so Benji, your dad is a science teacher.
Yeah.
So this actually, I'll give you a +1 to this, because
Okay.
your dad's a chemistry teacher.
All right.
So he might know about this.
That is an ace
Ooh.
Ooh.
for 9 total, so hitting a raise.
All right. So late at night, sometimes, Benji, when you're watching TV with your dad, your mom doesn't know this, but sometimes he lets you watch like crime dramas with him, right? There's like certain shows like Matlock and stuff about the police and detectives and things like that. And you know from being around your dad when he's been doing like experiments and things like that, that the smell that you're smelling, it's like, it smells kind of like a mix of like the residue from people dusting for fingerprints. and then like diesel oil, like a motor oil kind of smell. And you kind of think that might be from some of the tools that they might have used to kind of like clean up the beach. You know, the paramedics had been there earlier. There's no body. Like, you guys get down there and it's clear that there's no body left. But it's all like roped off with the tape, and it's pretty clear that the police have already started looking for clues down here.
They're definitely on top of their investigation here. Yeah, just I can smell the tools, smell the process. So I don't know, maybe
It didn't look like they found anything, so
Yeah.
maybe we search a little bit outside of where they're looking and see if we can. Try to help.
Yeah.
did we establish if the body's gone?
Yeah, so there's no body down there.
Okay.
Like, you get down there, it's like I said, it's all roped off, but there's no body down there. There's still like stuff, there's like debris and stuff around that you guys can kind of plainly see, but no body at all. There's definitely like a dust up, like a kick up of sand, where there probably was something that somebody had been removed. You guys can see like, you know, feet, like footprints in the sand and things like that around from lots of people going over and over the site.
Well, Davey said he was running around playing tag last night, so
Yeah.
tracks aren't going to do us any good.
It's also close to the water, so it would have been washed away at high tide anyway.
Yeah, and it's a
Yeah,
dolphin.
I don't think we
so,
need to go to the
mean-
water though. I don't think the water has to do anything with it. So
No, it does. It's a dolphin. A dolphin
It
with
was in
holes
a
in its
net.
neck.
We've established that it's a pier that's kind of on stilts. Do we notice if there's anything like on any of the pier posts that look like a mark, or is there blood maybe that somebody hasn't seen?
Sure, everybody roll me notice, and I will tell you what you see. Absolutely. You guys start kind of walking around and, you know, looking at some of the posts and trying to like look into the sand and stuff. AJ, you've already found that super gross towel. You're a little like weirded out already, but
at an 11 after a Benny.
nice. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna use a Benny. Yeah, I sure am. I got a 5, but I want better.
Okay.
Yeah, I used a Benny and I got 8 total.
Okay.
I got snake eyes, so don't do that again. You guys stink.
Are you again? You did?
No, I said last time I did.
Oh, okay.
I got a 4. Oh wait, I exposed. One moment.
Yes, go.
Lisa, you got a 6, right?
A 6, yeah.
I got a 5 both times.
5? Okay. So that's fine. A success is good here. You guys are looking around. Where are you specifically looking? I know, Reggie, you said that you were trying to look at the posts and stuff to see if there was anything that you could kind of see there. You find on the posts kind of closer to the water, like a bunch of initials and stuff carved into the wood, right? Like you can see just like a long line, and they stretch like as far as like maybe 6-7 feet up and then all the way down to the ground. There's like stickers and stuff covering it and everything. It's clear that this is a spot where teenagers hang out. As you kind of work your way back though to the stilts kind of in the back of like kind of more inland toward the pier itself, you kind of start to notice there's like, it looks like there's like some scratch marks in the wood a little bit. Like it doesn't look like it's like a full-on gouge, but there's definitely like some maybe claw marks, it looks like, in there.
How high up on the post are the claw marks?
They look like they're probably about 5 or 6 feet off the ground.
Blood is clawing that high off the ground at the beach. Hey guys, come look at this. Look at these claw marks. They're, first of all, claw marks, but why are they so tall?
Vampire.
Are they tall?
Well, they're taller than us. Why would some? What is tall enough that has claws at the beach?
Oh, this is a good riddle.
Can you think
A
of
sand crab.
But not that tall unless it
So
climbed up
little.
the post, but
Unless it climbed
I
up.
don't.
But what would make a mark this high off the ground?
An excited sand crab. It jumped up.
Maybe
I like
someone's
that
pretending to be
water
Wolverine and they're
raised.
scratching.
Yeah.
But I still
well,
think it's
like
a vampire for the
Wolverine.
record.
Lisa clearly does not know who Wolverine is and is just like echoing it in excitement because
You
she
know
knows
what
it's
a
probably something
Wolverine
cool.
is.
It's true, you do know what a Wolverine is. Yeah.
Yes.
Lisa, what were you trying to investigate?
Me?
Yeah.
So Lisa's lore is a little confused.
Mhm.
There was a dead kid mentioned with the clown, but then earlier she thought it was like a dolphin creature that they were talking about, and then
Mhm.
she tuned in to hear that it had holes in its neck. She's just really confused about what's going on.
Okay.
So she's probably looking by the water for any sign of an animal, or really anything that can prove it's not a vampire. Those are like her two main categories right now.
Okay. So you go over by the water, and you can see that there's like a lot of algae and stuff kind of washing up on the beach. And you know that's normal for this time of year. You've done all kinds of studies and research projects about, you know, the biome that is Gulf Haven, and everything looks fairly normal. But then you see that there's like a weird kind of like lack of any kind of like drag marks. There's no kind of dents in the sand, like things that you would normally find when an animal is beached, right? You're looking to see if there's any, you know, facts to support, you know, this idea of a dolphin of some kind. But all you're finding is just like all this seaweed and really nothing else along the shoreline. So it looks to you like maybe it was a kid.
Lisa gets a little pale and walks really quickly back over to the other kids. One of those walks like she's pretending not to be scared and like purposeful, but is totally scared.
Yeah.
Lisa, you okay? Here. And I'm gonna pull out one of the lollipops and offer it over.
You okay? What's up?
There's some sugar.
Thanks. Yeah, I think I just am piecing it together, what I wasn't hearing before.
Oh,
Guys, we shouldn't be here. This is dangerous.
well, the cops are right there, and it's the middle of the day. I think we're gonna be okay.
The body's already gone anyway.
Yeah, we'll be okay. It's the middle of the day. It happened at night. We'll be fine right now. Promise.
Right. Only bad things happen at night. Right.
Also, vampires can't come out during the daytime, so we're safe.
It's not a vampire, AJ.
It might be.
It's not.
I don't know.
As they're bickering, Benji, what are you trying to look up? What are you trying to research there and uncover?
Yeah, just seeing if there's any signs of I mean, really just if there's any signs of what am I thinking of? Evidence like leftover, you know, I know the police said there wasn't really anything here.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, kind of the same thing.
Okay.
But,
And remind me what your
Reggie.
role was?
on that, I had an 11 on the notice, right? Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Yep.
Okay. So, before I resolve that, AJ, what are you looking for?
I think because Davey mentioned there being seaweed on it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like picking through the seaweed for a minute, and then I remember what Cassie said about like taking pictures of memories. So I'm gonna turn really fast, and I'm gonna take out my little like refurbished Polaroid that she gave me for my birthday,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna take a picture with the flash underneath, so I can get a picture of like the underside of the pier and my friends, and like this grisly murder site.
Okay.
And then as the picture's developing, I'm gonna stick it in my pocket and go back to poking through the seaweed.
Okay. And you got a raise as well, right?
I had an 8.
Okay. So, you take the picture and you're waiting for it to develop. You're kind of looking at the seaweed. Benji, you're looking around, and you're noticing that there's like the further inland you go, the fewer steps are there, the fewer footprints you're seeing.
Okay.
So you kind of like get curious, and you kind of start like walking up toward, and like your scientific method is, you know, ACEs, like, you know, all the ways around a hypothesis, what to look for next. So
Is it odd that there's no tracks?
So you can see like a couple of tracks, but it looks like somebody's like
Ruined.
rubbed them out or something like
Yeah,
that. Like they've
okay.
been kind of obscured. And when you kind of get a little bit more inland, like you're kind of looking down, and you get kind of like the sense that maybe like you should start like kind of moving the sand around a little bit. AJ, as you kind of see Benji kind of walk up the kind of incline up into the area just underneath the boardwalk, and you can kind of see him like poking around in the sand and stuff and kicking stuff, and you take out your picture right now that it's developed, and when you look down at it, like you can see kind of like it's pretty obvious that there is some kind of like disturbance in the sand up there. Like you see it right away, and you're like, oh, like it just uncovers itself. So you go up there and meet him, And as you guys are kind of like combing through the sand, you guys see a shoelace start to appear. And as you start to kind of pull at the shoelace and like try to coax it out from its hiding place, you guys find it's a full-on Converse sneaker, a Chuck. It's black, it looks scuffed up, it's really smelly, it looks very well used. There's some duct tape kind of wrapped around the toe to hold it together. And inside of the upper of this high top, you can see the words Brett written inside. And that's where we're going to leave it for now. We're going to take a quick break. I hope you guys come right back. Just going to, have a little bit of a sip of water and catch our breaths a little bit.
Something like that. Awesome. Candace, fantastic job so far. Everyone else, this is amazing. Bounce House, you guys are killing it. Thank you so much for being here. We have so many people hanging out with us. The subscriptions, the donations, fan-fucking-tastic. Thank you so very much. Yes, we are going to take a quick break, 10 minutes here, so be back about 40 after the hour. So take a break with us, stretch out, refill as you need, and then we'll see where this goes from here. So we will see you all very soon. Hello, everyone. We are back.
Bye.
Hope you are back with us and had a good break, refreshed, ready for this, I'm sure to be intense second half. Just real quick before we do dive right back in, if you haven't yet, make sure you get in on the giveaway, !MHC, and you'll be entered to win a copy of this setting, Monster Hunters Club. We're giving 2 away every session. So we have 2 tonight, 2 next Friday, 2 after that. So lots of chances. All right. I guess let's get back into it.
So you guys are holding this shoe out in front of you. Benji, I imagine you're the person who probably found it, and you're just staring. You can see it says Brett right there. You guys definitely remember, like the second that you see it, you remember hearing, kind of overhearing them talk about, this kid named Brett or something like that down at the pier. So, like, again, the shoe looks really, really worn out. Go ahead
Check
and
it out, guys.
guys, as you're looking at it, Benji and AJ roll me notice since you're the ones who found it as you're talking to everybody.
Oh no.
What's Snake Eyes? Oh no, that's 3 now for
That's
us.
3. So
Okay, I'm gonna use a Benny and roll again.
Jody said our goal is 20 crits. I said no, I don't want to do that, but we'll see. So
It's because Jody is the crit queen. you
okay.
see.
I spent a Benny and I got 15.
Oh, man. AJ is killing it tonight. Okay. So, Benji, you're holding the shoe, and as you kind of turn it over, a little crab kind of just like wanders out of the shoe and like latches onto your finger and snaps at you. It's like, he drops it, AJ. I imagine you pick it up.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you pick it up and you're turning it over in your hands as he's like wincing in pain, and you're trying to like kind of look it over. And as you turn it over, underneath on the sole of the shoe, kind of caught up in the duct tape, you see a little like business card for sound waves.
Sound waves?
Mm-hmm. So you know from kind of riding up and down this boardwalk, especially with your older sister, your older foster sister, that Sound Waves is a pretty happening place. Lots of teenagers like going there. It's the local record shop. They've got cassettes and all kinds of albums, a couple 8-tracks as well, still left over. It's right there on the strip.
I wonder if they have Kimberly Tiffany's new album.
They probably do. You should go ask.
Check it out. There's a card in there.
What is it? What's it say?
It says Sound Waves. It's the record store.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've gone in there a couple times with my older brother.
Cassie's taking me too.
Yeah, I stood outside there once.
You should go in. It's really neat. It smells really funny in there.
Okay.
Smells funny inside?
Yeah, like incense. There's something else that I don't know what it is. Do you think we should go like ask them about Brett?
Maybe we should not take the shoe, or do we have a bag? I don't.
My backpack?
Maybe we should not just walk around with the shoe. Just
Let's put it back in the sand. Let's.
yeah, just leave it for maybe for the cops to find.
Yeah.
But
Lisa
maybe
looks
let's not bury
distressed.
it so they can actually find it. Cause
No. Let's keep it a secret. There might be more clues.
okay.
I think, yeah. So just kind of like start digging it over, and then once we push the sand over, then try and like smooth out the sand, you know, to kind of show that it was undisturbed. Or maybe start like walking over. Well, we gotta identify it too. Yeah, I'll look around for like, I don't know, stick or something that I can kind of. AJ, you have rocks, right?
Yeah, I do. Oh, I see.
Let's just put just a few, like they belong here. We don't want to make a. We don't want to call attention to it, but.
I'm gonna take out. I have like a couple handfuls of rocks in my bag, and I'm gonna take out the ones that I like the least.
Okay.
But that represent the 4 of us the best.
Aw, good choice.
and just put them in a little diamond pattern.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
The pillar that I saw the claw marks on,
Yes.
how close was it to where the shoe was?
It's maybe 3 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to know. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
I was going to say Lisa looks visibly distressed at the abuse of this backpack, like the rock incident, and then now like the shoe, like it's just too much for her, so she just looks away, not able to see the backpack abused in such a way.
Okay.
It's okay. I keep my notebooks in like a baggie so that they don't get wet.
That's good. That's good thinking.
Yeah. And my
Hey.
books too. I have books in there. They don't
mean,
get wet either. Don't worry.
I just avoid the water, and then they don't get wet. You know.
Water's
but-
so nice though.
But like,
Yeah.
we're gonna go to Sound Waves. Now you can go inside and we can see what that funny smell is. But also, you can go inside the store today.
I'm excited. And when we see the adult who says, "Hi, welcome to Sound Waves," I'm not going to tell that adult anything.
That's
Just
a
tell them
big
about
step for you.
your studies for the summer, Lisa.
Okay.
I just want to like squeeze Lisa's hand in like solidarity because I know how hard that is for her.
Mhm.
She squeezes your hand back and looks out over the water, just thinking about dead kids and how much trouble she's going to be in later.
Yep. Okay. So do you guys just like pick up off the beach and head over to Soundwaves then from there?
As we're going, can I look up and see if there are any vampires like holding themselves up in the planks?
You absolutely can. Benny to you for thinking of such a thing.
Yes, thank
Luckily
you.
for you, there is no vampire up there. There's no nothing. You could see like a bunch of like gum kind of haphazardly like thrown up there. You can see like kind of things kind of peeking through the cracks that are probably like, it's probably, you know, trash from up above that's like peeking through the little slats of the boardwalk. And like toward the part that's kind of up a little bit higher, like again, the further back you go, the narrower it gets. Like the closer you get like to the top of the boardwalk. Like the boardwalk is, you know, down at the bottom, the boardwalk is like 8, 9 feet, 10 feet above you. But when you get closer, it's like a little bit lower toward the back. And you can see like some people have tried like, you know, putting stickers up there and stuff. And, you know, like there's like stuff carved into like some of the wood up at the top as well, some more initials and stuff, but no vampires.
Man. Okay.
So you guys head off of the beach. As you're walking up, do you guys go back the same way you came?
Maybe we go a little farther down.
Okay. So you guys kind of come up here. You do a long press.
The Soundwaves is in the upper right?
Yeah, Soundwaves. No, Soundwaves is next to the arcade. It's right here.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so can you get to it from the outside as well? Like you've got like the central boardwalk and then the north side. Does it have a door on the other side?
No. So back there,
Okay.
all of that is just like bricked up, and then
Okay.
there's like a spot like around the corner for like dumpsters and stuff. There's like a back door type of
Yeah.
thing, but it's like a trash exit.
Right, employee. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine then.
So you guys kind of start walking back up, and when you get up there, you can see the clown again. He's still there in his little green getup and everything. The female clown looks really distracted. She's off in the distance, same place that she was before. And Benji, as you're walking by, the clown kind of looks at you and he like tips his hat and smiles at you and waves. You guys kind of hear the police talking amongst themselves. It feels like, you know, the time that you guys have spent, you guys are down on the beach, you know, for a little while, not like a crazy long time, but a good amount of time doing your research and stuff. And it feels like, you know, people are starting to change shifts, right? It sounds like there are people that are getting caught up to speed. You hear like little snippets of conversation similar to what you had heard when you first went down there, seeing a couple of new faces. And as you near Soundwaves, you guys kind of pass the den of Dynamite Dave's to your left there. That's the arcade, as you can see, with the air hockey table in there. So as you guys kind of pass that, you peek inside and you can see like there's a lot of noise coming out of there, but it's being made by two people at the air hockey table, a guy that's like losing his mind over a Donkey Kong cabinet, and this girl like talking on the phone behind the cash register, chewing gum and like twirling her hair and just like talking really loudly to somebody. But other than that, it's actually fairly dead. Big surprise considering it's summertime. But you guys, you know, you figure that maybe kids are just kind of nervous about coming here, rightly so. It kind of just spurs you on to want to like solve the mystery that much more.
What time is it about now?
I'd say it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock now.
Late afternoon, all right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still lots of daylight and everything. Lots of daylight left. It's summer, so you got long days. But you know, again, like you guys walk up to Soundwaves and you can see like there's like some old kind of like the windows in the front you can kind of see through. It's kind of papered over with some like advertisements for new albums that are coming out. There's like a big giant picture that says Bowie across the top, and it's got this dude in like some really nice makeup with like a big lightning bolt on his face. And you can see there's one of this like really beautiful black woman that looks real slim, and she's got like bright coral, like orangey coral lipstick on, and she's got like really fancy teased hair. It says simply the best across it and everything. And you can just see like all these like really nice, interesting looking posters. Reggie, I feel like you and Benji, you probably are also familiar. AJ, maybe a little bit. Lisa, your parents really aren't into that kind of thing, so you're just like, But the other three of you, it looks cool. Like, it looks really cool. And as you get closer and closer to the door, which is a clear glass door, it says open on the front. You look inside and you can see just stacks and stacks and stacks of like crates and albums and like big, like standees. You can see a standee of it's like four guys. It doesn't look like it's life size, but it's like four guys and they're all like dressed in like black and stuff. And they've got like silver accents and like white face paint and like black accessories and stuff. Like, it looks really exciting in there. There's a guy behind the counter, kind of just like reading a magazine. It looks like it's called Rolling Stone. And then you see like some older guys kind of browsing in the stacks at the back of the store, with a bunch of albums underneath one arm, kind of looking with one hand as you guys kind of walk in. True to form, exactly what you expected. That smell is absolutely in here.
Is that a skunk?
Why would they keep a skunk in a record shop?
I mean, keep certain people out, or I don't.
It's not a skunk.
It was really. I don't remember this the last time I came with Alex, but.
You know what it is?
Promise, not a skunk.
But what is it?
Not a skunk.
It's something bad.
It's a plan. And then Reggie just stops talking and just starts looking through the records.
So Reggie, the first stack that you find is like a new albums type of stack. It looks like there's like a little like case with cassettes on top of that. On top of that area, there's like a little bar where they keep you can see like a place for like LP mats and things like that, and accessories, cleaning supplies, like all along the little bar at the top. And then in front of that are the stacks on either side that you can kind of go through all the crates and things like that. And as you're kind of just leafing through, you hear, hey, can I help you? Y'all need help?
Yeah, I'm just looking for like the newest Cyndi Lauper album, actually.
Oh yeah. We might be sold out actually. You looking for a tape or record?
A record, please.
All right. And you see him, like he's got, he looks like he's probably 20, maybe a little older than your siblings. He's got like kind of sandy brown curly hair that's been shaved into this like crazy like mohawk. Like, it looks very unruly and unkempt. His sides are completely bald, and he's got this big like kind of fluff of hair going right down the center of his head. Real thin kind of crustache around his lips. He's wearing a t-shirt that says Metallica on it in really big letters and has like a big like cross with like a sunset or something. It looks pretty wild. And the sleeves are cut off. And he kind of walks over and you see him kind of leaf through the stack where you are real quick. And then he heads back behind the counter to take a look for you.
Reggie, my brother, he gets cassettes because he's got a portable cassette player. It's really cool. He never lets me listen to it, but.
What is, like, wait, he can carry it with him?
Yeah.
Outside?
Yeah, it's a little portable. It kind of clips on to his belt, and it's got little headphones. It's really cool.
We only have records I like our records, but that sounds so cool to be able to bring your music with you.
Yeah, like we could be riding our bike and listening to music.
Maybe I should ask my mom about that. I would love to listen to music while I ride my skateboard.
You look so cool like that too. Just like headphones.
As long as you can still hear the cars coming, like you have to be safe.
Yes, we have to be safe, but it would still be really cool.
Yeah, cool.
Do you think we should ask him about the,
I have an idea about how to go about it. And AJ's gonna like flounce up to the dude while he's looking.
Okay. So you can see him. The cash wrap is largely like a glass kind of thing. You can see like there's like a spot like right at the bottom, and it's elevated as well. It's like two or three steps up above where you guys are. and he's kind of crouching. He's sitting kind of half crouched with one foot on the stairs and the other foot up above, and he's like scrolling through, and you can see he's like really like got like a determined face on as he's like kind of like parsing through all of these albums as you approach him.
I'm gonna like throw my hair like I've seen Cassie do when she's talking to boys.
Okay.
Hi, so my friend Brett told me that you guys have Talking Heads albums. Did Brett lie to me?
So go ahead and roll me persuasion. Very nice. Very good idea.
Oh fuck, I subtract 2 from persuasion for outsider. Son of a gun. All right. Oh, this is...
We have bennies.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
Yeah.
Sure do.
Let's see. Let's just...
Thank you in advance to all who have donated.
Okay, I'm going to use a Benny. I didn't
Okay.
get snake eyes, but it was close.
How many community bennies do we have?
Let's keep it positive.
19.
Holy moly.
You guys are fine.
Whoops.
This game is going to be so much harder. Can I get bennies from the audience too? Because like, come on. You're already kids. FYI audience, kids get 4 bennies to start. So
Okay,
that's not me saying don't donate. I'm just saying like, can a GM get some bennies?
I rolled a 6 minus 2 for a 4.
4. Okay.
The success. Let's take it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of lean into this for you, AJ, because you can kind of tell that this kid is not like a regular guy, right? He's like a little different. He marches to the beat of his own drum with his haircut and his like the closer you get, you can see he's got like a bunch of piercings in each ear and everything, and he's got tattoos on his arms. And he doesn't at first he doesn't register you, but then you say Talking Heads, he like snaps up and looks at you. You want Talking Heads album?
Yeah, my friend Brett said you have the Talking Heads. And is still trying to like toss their hair.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. And you see him kind of pull out this really colorful album that has a girl, like a woman in a tutu, and she's like on the street and she has like a really weird pose and her hair is like really wild and she just looks like really cool. And he goes running over to Reggie and is like, "Hey, here, is this what you're looking for?"
That's exactly what I'm looking for. Thank you.
Yeah, you have a good time. It's quality music right there, I know. And he kind of looks around. So, you heard that True Colors?
Yeah, of course.
Let me tell you, that dang old song, it makes me cry every time I hear it. Don't tell nobody, because I gotta rep all my punk and metal bands. That's really what I'm into, but that's a solid album.
Healed. I will not say a word.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Thank you.
And like he hands you the album, whatever, and just kind of like pops back over, and he looks at you, AJ, and he's like, "So you and your friend Brett like the Talking Heads, then?"
Yes, Brett showed me the Talking Heads. Do you know Brett? He's in here all the time.
Brett.
Would I have seen one of the posters with the kid's face on it? Like Davey said.
I imagine you would have when you were going through, because the pier has like a really big kind of
He
like
might have-
welcome
what he-
to the pier kind of deal on it, and people can post, events and things like that are happening. There's definitely one probably in like the corner of the shop. Like most of the shops have some kind of call the police with tips kind of thing that's like freshly taped up. So you've definitely seen this kid before. He looks like he's like he would have had like blonde hair. The pictures are all black and white. They're not color, like the posters and everything. They're just whatever color the paper is that they're printed on. But he looks like he is a white kid, blonde hair, freckles. Looks like he's about 17, maybe 18 years old. Yeah, doesn't really, kind of nondescript, honestly. Maybe a little unkempt in the picture.
I think I try to describe him, and then to really nail it in, I say, and he wears these Converse all the time, and they have duct tape on them.
Oh. Yeah, you're talking about Brett Rowland.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's him for sure.
Yeah, I know him. He sells hot dogs part-time. Yeah, he's crazy. I haven't seen him in a couple days. You know,
Hey,
you
do
know.
you have any do you have this Weird Al?
Oh, Weird Al, my man, what's up? And you see
Yeah.
him, like, he has like a big smile for you when you mention Weird Al.
And then I kind of just wander off, assuming he points or something, just butting in. But
He points over. He's like, "Hey, you see that old hippie back there?" And you can see there's like this old kind of. He looks like he might be Latin or Hispanic, and he's got like long like locks in his hair and everything, and he's wearing headphones. And you can see he's got that same little yellow cassette player that your brother has. And he's like kind of bopping away as he's like looking through, and he's got a huge stack of vinyl next to him. And he's like, "You see that old hippie over there, man? You're gonna want to go over there. Right to the left, there's a little crate. It says comedy. That's what you're gonna want. There's 2 crates stacked on top of each other. All our comedy albums are in there. I'm expecting a new shipment next week. There ain't no Weird Al in there. We'll definitely get some more in." That
Thank
guy,
you.
man, he's funny. That's good.
good stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll run off.
He waves you out, and he looks
And
over
as soon
you,
as I
AJ.
get over there,
Mhm.
everyone hears like heavy coughing from me as I undoubtedly walk into just a cloud of something.
Yes. Yeah. That guy is like having a really good time. He doesn't even notice that you're there. He's just like steady looking through all these albums. It looks like he's in the jazz section. And you see he just kind of, as you're over there like looking for your album, you can see like he has like his stack looks like it's just made of all kinds of albums. Like an impossible number of them. So AJ, he kind of jaunts back to you and says, "Hey, you're asking me about Brett. Yeah, I don't really know much about him. He come in here sometimes, but you know who would know him? You should talk to Elle. Elle knows all about him. Between me and you, I think she might be sweet on him. I don't know what she sees in him though. He looked like he's homeless, but yeah, that's not my business."
Where does Elle live or work? Work. Where does Elle work? And AJ keeps forgetting that they're supposed to have this persona and then pulls it back up.
Okay. So he kind of like looks like when you're like, ahem, like he gets really like, "Oh, okay. Calm down." And he looks at you and is like, "Yeah, well, I mean, Elle works here. I mean, obviously not right now. I'm here right now, but Elle works here, usually. She asked for the day off. She might be coming in, I don't know, a little later tonight, maybe tomorrow. But yeah. I think she said she might be in tonight around like 8 for late shift."
Oh, very interesting.
Do you know Elle?
I've heard of her. Brett has talked of her often.
Yeah. Hey, maybe he's sweet on her too then. Huh? What do you think?
Yeah, maybe they. And then AJ like realizes that they can never be together and like drops their face.
Aw.
Yes,
Everything all right? What's going on?
I appreciate your help. I need to leave now. And like just sprints back to Benji.
I'll come up at this point, like, I didn't find the Weird Al, but that's fine.
No, what's
hey.
your name? I could write your name down. I can give you a call when it's in.
Benji B. Arthur.
Arthur.
Arthur R.
Arthur. Like the king?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, friends call me Benji, but
Yeah, you don't look like a dog to me, man. That's who's Benji, right? A little dog? He's a little. He's
no,
funny.
No. Anyway, so the guy back there, he had a little like portable tape player.
Yeah, that's that new Walkman, man. That's some,
Walkman, huh? Yeah, my
That's some
brother has
cool-
one. Do you guys sell those?
We do, but we're out of those right now, man. We got like 3 in just to see how they do, and
I bet
if we
they're
right
quite a
off the
gadget.
shelves. Yeah.
How much do those cost? Probably
Sometimes you can get them on.
$1,000?
Oh no, nothing like that, little man. Maybe like $40, $50.
Ooh, that's still
Yeah.
quite a bit.
It ain't your allowance, I can tell you that right now.
No.
But you know, get good grades. Parents might get you one.
Lisa coughs. Hi.
Hi.
I heard something that I do a lot, get good grades, and get rewarded for it. I'm Lisa, and I'm excited to be in your store, and I'm not going to tell you anything I'm not supposed to.
Yeah, right. You do you, kid.
I am looking for an album by the Wolverine.
The Wolverine. You mean the animals?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So you're gonna want to go back over there to the rock section. I think we might have the House of the Rising Sun single. Maybe greatest hits or something. Go ahead and take a look. It should say classic rock there in the front. Head on over there, see what you can find, and if you need me, I'm right over here. All right.
Thank you so much. She looks very relieved at having passed the interaction and just walks very quickly away and does not go to where he pointed and just kind of stands in the corner and like peers over to see who's smoking back there and gives them a dirty look.
Reggie, he kind of walks back to you and's like, hey, you need me to ring you up for that, or you just kind of browsing today?
I think I'm just browsing today, but now I know you have it, so I can tell my mom that you do.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Cool. Yeah, all right. So he takes the album from you and like tucks it into the news section and kind of like gives you like a glance over and is like, I've seen you in here before. You got a older brother, Caleb, right?
Yeah, that's my older brother.
Yeah, he was like a grade under me at school. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, take after him, got good taste.
Thank you. That's nice of you to say.
So he kind of just like, like nods at you or whatever and goes back behind the counter. And you guys see him, he picks up his magazine and goes right back to just burying his face in that and just taking it in. Nothing really has changed since you guys walked in. No more people have entered or anything like that. The old guy that's smoking his doobie in the store has moved up a little bit further to the next section. You can tell he's kind of making his way up to the new stuff. Still kind of oblivious to the world. You see somebody else in the back, kind of paging through the magazines, and there's like some instruments and stuff in the back that you could buy.
Lisa will whisper over to Reggie. Psst, Reggie, 2 things. That, as the only other person who knows what weed is, I think it's Lisa and Reggie.
Mm-hmm.
That guy shouldn't be smoking that in here or anywhere. And did you hear what he said to AJ about coming back at night? Only bad things happen at night. We can't come back here at night.
Yes, he shouldn't be smoking down here. I fully agree, because that smells horrible and it gets in your clothes and it's really hard to get. Never mind. Yeah, it's not safe at night. We won't. Maybe we'll try not to come back at night because it's not safe. But we also promised to help, so we have to help.
Okay.
We'll be safe. Promise.
All right. Well, we'll have to tell our parents, though, right?
Sure.
With the curfew?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. And she raises her voice out of a whisper and says, you shouldn't be smoking that in here.
And I just grab her hand and just head away from that man.
So he doesn't even look up at you. He is just in his own world. On your way out the door, though, you do hear kind of the rustling of paper as the kid behind the counter is laughing hysterically. Like he's just like giggling and like trying really hard to keep it down. But like you've really tickled him, and he just gotta like keeps turning the pages and like holds the magazine up so that you guys can't see him like chuckling.
Just for fun, and this could be a very light narrative consequence because it's Lisa, but I do have a skill from the earlier reveal of her not having a skill in academics. I do have a skill in intimidation.
Ooh.
For the purpose of telling people that they shouldn't be doing things. Do you mind if I roll to see?
Who are you trying to intimidate? The old man?
The old man.
All right, go for it.
Intimidation / public shaming. That is a 5.
A 5? Okay, so like, do you just kind of keep yelling at him, or do you like walk up to him?
I say you shouldn't be smoking that in here, but I just give him that little child's like kind of like a, I don't know, you should know better, eyes of the adult, wise child look, and just kind of give him like a finger tisk like I've seen parents do.
So like you can see that like he must have caught some kind of vibe. He like looks up for a second, You see him kind of take like a real long drag, like a big lungful, and he looks over and he sees you, and you do like you're at him, and he coughs, like he chokes and is like, and like kind of turns away, and you can see him kind of like put it out, like snuff it out in his palm, and he puts it into like the pocket of his army green kind of oversized like cargo jacket, and kind of like side eyes you a little bit, and then like his shoulder to you keeps looking through the stacks, but he's no longer smoking his cigarette.
And Lisa watches Reggie watch where the joint or whatever he was smoking went, and just gives like a curt nod, like, see?
Reggie's just like stunned that worked. Just good job. Way to go.
It's not my good job. It's society's.
Look at you. That's wonderful. So like you guys walk outside. It's still a beautiful day. Maybe a little hotter than it was before, but just still nice outside. You can see that the lady clown is still there, but now she's kind of sitting on a bench. You can see she's got like her shoes kind of kicked off, and she's got like crazy rainbow socks underneath, and she's drinking like a big gigantic, like almost like a big gulp, but without a branded logo on the cup, just kind of like sucking down, you know, some water or maybe some soda to quench her thirst on this hot day. Where are you guys off to next?
I'm probably just going somewhere to congregate to think about plans, because I think we realized that we need to come back to talk to this other person.
Yeah.
But so I'll just kind of look around and see if there's a kind of a bench that looks somewhat kind of secluded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're
away from the clowns. Away from the clowns.
Yes, please.
Yeah, over here, right here on the map, where I'm doing the long press, right toward kind of the mouth, the opening of the pier by that sidewalk. There's like a bench right over there in front of the video store. It's pretty dead in there. There's like a clerk. He's watching a movie, just sitting on a stool, like behind the register, kind of staring at it, like kind of blindly. The tattoo shop, like you guys can see these things kind of stacked up like that. The tattoo shop is actually upstairs from the video store. It kind of like overhangs. So you actually have to go up these stairs here in order to get to the tattoo shop, to keep kids out. Make sure that nobody that's not supposed to be there is there. You know what I mean? So you guys, like, there's really nothing going on over here. It's kind of too early for the tattoo shop. It's too early for the video store. And you guys are just kind of enjoying yourselves sitting on the bench. Nobody bothers you. You just chill until...
How are we going to get back here?
I mean, we could just stay.
But that's going to be after dark.
Yeah.
Are you able to stay out after dark?
Oh, my parents won't notice, honestly.
So, maybe we have a sleepover.
Maybe you have a sleep. That's so smart.
It's the first day of summer break. We got to celebrate.
Yeah.
And we all just say that we're at someone. Lisa?
Don't look at me.
Plug your ears.
Don't look at me.
We can still technically have a sleepover. We just sleep later.
Yeah, well, we'll sleep eventually, right?
Yeah, we'll stay at,
Don't look at me, Benji.
Well, okay, so when we were over at my place, my little sister had all of her friends over there, so they're kind of used to having kids in and out of my house all the time, so they're gonna probably overlook if they have any extras. So maybe you guys can stay at my place, or say you are, if you need to.
Is that okay?
Sure, they're not gonna notice.
Yeah, that could work. If we can just all say that we're doing that, and then we can come back.
Okay.
We got to find out what's going on with Brett.
And we'll be together, and we won't be alone.
Yeah.
Nothing can happen to us if we're all together.
And we will technically be having a sleepover still,
Yeah.
so you won't be lying to your adults.
They trust me so much. And I've never done anything against the rules.
Nothing's against the rules here, Lisa.
What about the curfew?
It's a suggestion.
Yeah, we should, but it doesn't say we have to. It just says maybe we should.
Yeah, like when the teacher says you can write in blue pen or black pen, but we prefer black pen.
Exactly.
Okay. I can tell them that. Are we gonna stop by your house though, just so that it's like a little bit true?
Sure. Because I mean, if we're not going to stay here all day, we can probably go hang out and potentially just. I promise you, they're not going to notice we're there. We could probably just leave and come back.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely have to call my parents and let them know, but.
Yeah, I should probably call too.
And I can let my mom know there's just going to be extra children. She's so used to all of us having our friends over that there's just always extra kids over, so I promise it won't be a problem.
Is there a payphone around here?
Probably.
Oh yeah.
So you guys look around. You can see some payphones. There's a guy sleeping underneath them. You guys know this person. You might not know him by name, but the town of Gulfhaven, again, it's not like a huge metropolis or something like that. So you guys know, you've heard maybe some of your parents talk about old Pete. He's a veteran, down on his luck, but he makes the most of living in a really warm and beautiful place full of sunshine. He's always really nice and sweet and everything, but right now he is conked, like he is knocked out in front of two of the payphones. The third one you can still kind of access. Everybody has coin with them. You guys all have some change. Allowance is not crazy. It's 1985. You aren't getting like $5 a week or anything yet, but you have a little bit of money on you. You just start calling your parents. Okay. Yeah. Who's going first?
I will.
Okay.
I know it's gonna have to be. I'll just say. Reggie, come here. You might have to talk to my dad. They can be a little tight on these things, but.
Okay. Sure.
But just yeah. So I'll go ahead and yeah, coins in, dial in, and.
Okay. So, it picks up on the first ring. You can hear someone clearing their voice. Hello?
Hey, Dad.
Oh, hey, son. What's going on?
Oh, not much. We're just out hanging out. We're down at the pier. We just went to come play some video games at the arcade.
You're being safe though. It's probably
yeah.
with cops, right?
Well, yeah, they're keeping everyone safe. That's what they do. So,
yeah. You make a good point. All right.
Well, yeah. So we were thinking, it's the first day of summer for us. We all wanted to hang out at Reggie's place tonight. Kind of have a sleepover, hang out.
Oh wait, is that that's Caleb's sister, right? Alex's friend?
Yeah.
You sure? Were you invited or?
Well, yeah.
You're not inviting yourself over, are you?
No.
Why don't you put Reggie on the phone for me?
Okay. All right, and I just hand it over.
Hi, this is Regina Vance.
Yes,
Hi.
yes. Hello, Regina. How are you doing tonight?
I'm okay.
Okay, so my son says he's been invited to stay at your house for the evening. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That is correct.
Your parents don't mind? I know you have an older brother, but you also got a younger sister. I just want to make sure it's fine that you guys have a co-ed sleepover. It's,
Yes, my parents are always, and they always think it's safer to have our friends in the house than just us be out and about. So they're always welcome for our friends to come over.
You have a special like sleeping area for Benji. I know, he's the only boy I think that might be there. You have another boy coming over, or is it just Benji?
It's just Benji.
All right. You make sure he's respectful, and you come talk to me if there's any problem, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right. Well, thank you.
Hi, Mr. Robertson. In the background, Lisa yells.
Oh, is that Lisa?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you guys will have a nice time if Lisa's there. All right. It's all right. Okay. Put Benji back on the phone, please. Excuse me. Arthur.
Arthur? I hand the phone back.
Now, he would have been saying that the entire call, so yeah. Hey, Dad. Yeah. So, is it okay?
Yeah,
I'll be home first thing in the morning.
I spoke to Regina. She's made me feel like it's an okay idea for you to go over there. It's going to be safe for you.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you something, though, son. You're going to be around some young ladies tonight. I know you're only 10, but it's never too early to talk about respect. And he proceeds to have like a 3.5 to 4 minute conversation with you about asking, being on your P's and Q's.
Lisa
what's
keeps
your
giving
best
him
behavior.
quarters. Just like speeding Benji quarters.
Like he's really just like keeping you on there. And because you had the assist from Reggie, I won't make you roll. Normally I would have you roll for that to persuade him, but Reggie gave you a really nice assist with her answers. So
I mean, I think Lisa's the one that came in for the assist.
well, so I mean, Lisa was like the icing on top of the cake.
Reggie was Lisa was the clincher. Lisa
Yeah.
was the
And
clincher.
it's,
Yeah, like-
Dad, yeah, I know. I mean, I hang out with Lisa all the time. She's always around. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm around
Oh, listen,
girls
Arthur.
all the time.
Lisa has enough respect for both of you. All right, that's what it is. I don't have to worry about her ever. She's always doing what she needs to do. She would trust the scientific method. She'd think through every step. I just, I want you to be as good as your friend. She's great. I just really, that's all I want for you, son. Your mom and I, we just love you so much. We can't make another one of you. We're gonna be
Sounds
left
like
with Alex.
You
and,
like Lisa more.
Alex is nice. He's wonderful. He's good at everything he does. But you and I, we have our science time. You're my science guy.
I know, Dad. I know.
All right. Well,
I'm building something new. Let's look at that tomorrow.
and you can kind of hear him. He like perks up. Like he gets a little sad that you're not coming home. But when you say that you guys don't have science time the next day, he's like, he's sold. He's like, okay, well. And
right.
He says his I love yous to you. You guys hang up. And he's just kind of like, it's not going to weigh on you when you're out, but you have these really fond feelings about your dad. You know that, every time that you call, that it's a serious conversation. Like he really cares about you. So who is next?
I'll hang up and just kind of be like, yes, all right, we're good.
Lisa, you want to go?
Oh, no, you can go ahead, AG. I'm taking notes.
Okay, yeah. I'll feed a couple quarters in and call my foster dads.
Okay. So the phone rings a couple of times and then you hear the connection. Hello?
Hi, it's AJ.
Oh, hey, how are you?
I'm good.
You want to talk to Dad?
Either one, please.
All right, hold on. And you
Thank
hear
you.
you hear your sister kind of put the phone down kind of noisily, and you can hear her kind of shout like, Dad! Like really obnoxiously. And a couple of seconds later, you hear, hello? Yeah, hello?
Oh, hi, it's AJ.
Hey, honey, how you doing?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
You don't have to be so formal. It's all right. We're family,
Mm-hmm. My friends and I are at the pier and we're having a lot of fun together. And I was wondering if it would be all right if we continued our fun this evening by me spending the night at Reggie's house.
Oh, sleepover.
Yes.
Hold on a second. Let me, this the Reggie that we know already? That's,
Yes.
her brother is friends with,
Yeah,
Right.
Caleb's friends with Cassie.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me go ask Papa, okay?
Okay.
And you can hear him kind of like muffling the phone. And you hear, a deeper voice kind of talking in the background for a couple of seconds. He comes back on. Yeah, we feel like it's okay. Just, can you check in?
Yes. When do you want me to check in?
Anytime. You know me. I'm usually up painting. I'm a night owl, so anytime you can call. It's not that we don't trust you. We just want to make sure you're safe. That's all. Just, we really love you. And we just want you to know that We care. You know,
Thank you.
sure. Do you need anything? Do you need money? Do you need me to bring anything? Or are you okay?
No, I have snacks. And my
Alright.
books and my paints. Thank you, Anders.
You're welcome. I'll
Tell
talk to you
Sam I
later.
said thank you too.
I will.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye. And you can hear like this kind of wistfulness in the back of his voice when he's hanging up. This is a new situation for you. It's not normal for you to like have a parent to like check in and all that stuff. Like that's not really like what you were used to and you know your previous life. But
Yeah, I wasn't
feels-
ever away from a parent ever.
yeah. But it's clear that you're fitting into this family pretty well. Cassie is very invested in what you're doing. She brings you places with her. So you get off the phone feeling pretty good. You know that you have to check in. They'll be expecting a call, and you're able to go about your business.
Right over your shoulder is Lisa, and she's right there, and she's like, I've never met your dads.
They're nice. They're nice. Yeah.
They sound nice. They sound like great parents.
They're very good parents. Yes, they're very kind.
Your sister's pretty cool. My brother's talked about her before.
Yeah, I think she talks about Caleb and Alex a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to meet them sometime. I like to meet everyone's parents. I think it's really good to know like who our examples are in life.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd be excited to meet you too. Do you want to call your parents? It's your turn.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
totally okay. You
All
can do
have to-
this.
You're just telling them you're staying at my place, Lisa. You do it all the time.
I do. I don't usually break curfew afterwards though.
That we're
We're
That's
not
something
breaking
you need to
curfew,
know.
Lisa.
all you have to do is just tell them you're staying at my place. That's it. Because that's not a lie. You're staying at my place. I know
Right.
you don't want to lie, so you don't lie.
Right. Okay. Here we go. She puts the quarters in the phone and is just staring at you with wide eyes as she's waiting for them to pick up.
So the phone rings and rings and rings and rings, and then finally someone answers the phone. Hello? Yes?
Mom.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Are you out?
Yeah, I'm out with my friends.
Oh, that's so nice, honey.
Mhm.
I just got home from work. Sorry. I almost missed your call. How are you?
Good. Studying is going well. And nothing mysterious is happening. And I would like to go to a sleepover tonight. Thank you.
A sleepover? That's unusual for you.
Yeah.
Someone invited you to a sleepover?
Yeah, and it wasn't even in a mean way. It was in a real way.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
I mean, I suppose I should let you go. This seems like it's, important to you.
Yes, it is. It is in the evening when we would be sleeping.
Yes, dear. I imagine it would. I guess I should ask you who's going to be there.
Reggie and Benji and AJ and probably some of Reggie's siblings, like Caleb, who's the old one that has the nice hair.
Oh, is that the boy you talk about sometimes?
No,
Oh, okay.
she's just staring at Reggie, just like wide-eyed.
All right. I must be must be mistaken. So I'm pulling another shift. So I'll just leave a note for your father and let him know where you are and be safe, I guess. Try not to do that thing you do, honey, where you make the kids nervous. You talk to them about tattletaling and all that. Just really try to put your best face on, okay? And just be nice.
If that's what you need me to do, Mom, that's what I'm gonna do. You know, I always do what you want me to do.
Of course, honey. Yeah. Have a nice time. And I'll see you tomorrow sometime when you get home.
Thanks for trusting me, Mom. And she just hangs up the phone.
One with the nice hair?
I don't want to talk about it.
your face got real red. Are you okay? Have you had enough water today?
I don't think so. Those lollipops really were dry.
Here, and I'll pull out my water bottle.
She gulps it down.
I just look at Lisa. I don't say anything because she said she doesn't want to talk about it. And I'm going to be nice to my friend. but she did just say that my brother had nice hair, and I'm looking at her.
Benny's for everybody. Spectacular. Thank you so much. Wonderful role playing.
Walk away from the phones. I'm gonna take out one of my fruit roll-ups, and I'm gonna set it in old Pete's hand while he sleeps.
That's
So
beautiful.
he has a snack.
So you kind of like place it in his hand, and you can kind of see he like kind of grips it a little bit and like rubs at his face and kind of rolls over, and it's like he's cuddling with his new snack, like resting there. He does not wake. He's still.
Like for like overnight, is he gonna sleep out here? Because that's not safe for him either, is it?
I don't know. Sam and Anders have said that he's out here a lot.
Do you think he's
Maybe we can check on him when we come back.
Maybe we should. Yeah. Just keep an eye.
Yeah. Maybe he was awake when it happened too.
You're right.
You can ask him some questions, but also he's always been so nice, so maybe we can make sure he's okay too.
Do you have extra fruit roll-ups at your house?
Yeah, I have like 4 in here though.
Oh, you came prepared with snacks.
Yeah, I brought enough for all of us, but he can have mine. It's okay.
Well, we can split then.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice of you.
Sure.
What if I gave him another one just so he has another snack, and then you and Benji can split one too, so that way he has 2 snacks?
I think that's a good idea.
Okay, I leave another one.
Adorable. So you guys make your way back to Reggie's. Reggie, true to form, your parents are not home at the moment. You know that, your dad's probably working late. Your mom has exercise class and stuff she goes off and does. Your brother is at home. You can tell he is because his door is shut. And his keep out sign is gigantic on the outside of the door. And you can hear inside, he's like blasting some music. You can't quite tell what it is, but it sounds like a lot of like yelling and screeching, but like also like hip hop beats. You're not really sure what it is, but it sounds cool.
I feel like when my parents are out, Caleb's the one who we kind of like, we always defer to because he's the oldest. And there's the rule you tell him when you're home. So I just like this. I do not raise my voice. Caleb, I'm home and I have friends. And we just, I've done my, I've told him that we are here.
No change. No change whatsoever. In your living room though, just as you expected, your little sister is there. Heaven is surrounded by all her friends. Everybody's kind of giggling and laughing and stuff. They're watching a movie and flipping through the channels and stuff on commercial breaks, just sort of doing their little girl thing, being mysterious. You guys head to Reggie's room, and did you guys want to like RP? Was there anything that you wanted to tie up, or did you want to flash forward in time?
I feel like we would just need to get gear, like flashlights were mentioned.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like everyone always needs a rope. We should probably bring a rope.
Maybe try and think of
way too many things in her space because I'm a little bit of a daredevil. So you'll probably find everything just like, oh, we need that, and just under the bed pulls out thing, Tupperware opens it. It's like,
I'll spend a Benny for that.
Multiple flashlights. What was that?
You know what? You can definitely spend a Benny for any one thing that you would like. However, Reggie, your little sister is a Girl Scout. So she goes camping and stuff with like her local troop. So you do surprisingly have a good amount of stuff stacked in your house, right? You've got flashlights, you've got extra water bottles, you've got like little canteens, any kind of like camping kind of gear that you might need out in the wilderness, the wilds of Gulf Haven. You've got kind of all of those little snacks and supplies and things like that just kind of around your house. Lisa, what are you looking for specifically?
Goodness, I think Lisa, do we have access to a camera? We do, right?
My Polaroid.
Yeah. AJ has a Polaroid.
Okay. In that case, because I was going to say she's probably looking for the opposite of what AJ was looking for, which is proof that vampires don't exist. So I guess, you know what? She might get some garlic, just for like some field experiments.
Okay.
Thank you. Reggie was looking for one to look for garlic too.
Yeah, like maybe like a big like hanging garland of garlic or something.
So you head into the Vance's kitchen, and you kind of like start looking through cabinets and stuff. It's not hanging out anywhere in any way, shape, or form. But like you kind of peek through like this like, it looks almost like a bread box sort of, but it doesn't say bread on the front. And when you flip it open, you see there's a couple of heads of garlic, some bulbs of garlic in there. And then when you go into the refrigerator rather, you can see there's like a jar of minced garlic, like in water, in the door of the refrigerator as well. Up to you if you'd like to take some or all of that.
I think I would take all of it, but I'd also ask for another backpack from Reggie because I don't want to put it in my school bag. I feel like that's just disrespectful. That's where my school books go.
Okay.
Maybe like a gym bag or something that Reggie has.
Oh. Yeah, totally.
Tons of those, right?
Yeah, tons. So many. All the minis. I hand you a bag that is just. The branding has been torn off by this point. It just looks like someone rolled over with multiple cars, and it just happens to still have straps attached.
Okay.
Lisa opens it and smells it, and she's like, "Oh, did you already store garlic in here?"
I mean, no, that was Caleb's gym socks, actually.
She closes the bag and see, is there anything left in there? It's just empty.
Yeah, it's empty bag.
She'll just like hold it reverently, like close the bag, just like keeps her hands on top of it, lingering for one more second than is normal.
So like you guys, and any last things that you might want to do, Benji? Anything you want to do in this house?
So I'm gonna look around and asking Reggie for some help, maybe right behind Lisa in the kitchen. I'm gonna be looking for some baking soda, some green food coloring, just because maybe an extra bed sheets, just kind of a lot of like random this and that as I pull out my my notepad and I've got all these sketches and things and just kind of trying to think of different things that could help prepare, remembering before when I came up short on kind of the invisibility contraption I was trying to get after, but yeah, just a few different things like that.
Okay. So
your pantry. Ta-da.
You start looking through the cabinets and things like that. Lisa has taken great pains to restore everything to its exact original location. And when you get into the kitchen, you can see her like moving things like, so the labels are all pointing in the right direction and everything. And she's like really like going in there. And as you kind of walk in, like you already have the bed sheet under your arm. That was easy to find. It was just in the laundry room. And you see the baking soda just in the cabinet. You can spend a penny if you'd like green food coloring, since that's so specific.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that.
So there's a Lazy Susan right next to the baking soda in the cabinet. And you start kind of like, trying to like roll through it and everything. And eventually you see like there's a little like a really kind of ancient looking Easter egg dyeing kit. And right there is your green food coloring. You're able to snap that up before you move on.
Okay.
AJ, anything you're doing?
I had a similar thought to Lisa of vampire. I need a steak. So
Okay.
I'm going out into the backyard and looking for just a good sized stick. Yeah. And then I take my little utility knife that Sam gave me for my birthday and I whittle like a super crude steak. And then I think about it and I try to find like 3 more so everyone has their own steak. Okay.
So I'm not even going to make you roll for that. You go outside and there's definitely like some like not firewood, but it looks like when someone does yard work and they're trying to like, pull things together and there's like a bundle of like sticks and like refuse and stuff like that. You find like a broken broom and like some other things that you're able to kind of whittle. And no one really bothers you. You're just kind of out there. You can hear everybody inside still having a nice time. And they basically leave you alone as you're doing your little whittling. You just go right back inside with them?
No, I think I stay outside for a few minutes and I think about how this is the first sleepover I've ever had. And like I feel kind of crappy that it's a little bit of a lie. And I just kind of try and sit with that. and I pull out some of my drawing, and I draw a little bit, because that's what Annalisa, my art therapist, told me to do when I was having feelings that were things I couldn't really grasp. Okay, I'll go back inside.
Okay. When you kind of take that moment and you think about your family, you get kind of like this sense of calm over you that you didn't expect. It's obvious that like you're gelling into this family and you're becoming one of them. And as you head back inside, you realize that like this group of friends you have, that's kind of a family too. And it's really exciting that you guys are going to go, you know, on this adventure together. As awful as it is that you're starting this relationship with your dad's off, you know, with a little bit of a white lie. Like, on the other hand, your chosen family here is doing a pretty good job of distracting you. Okay, so everybody's geared up. Everybody has what they need. We're going to flash forward.
One second.
Yeah, please.
I would like to, on the same vampire page, look for cross.
A cross. Oh, please. That one is easy to find.
Yeah.
In your home, every single bedroom has like some kind of cross over it. Your little sister has like a little like palm cross that she made at Sunday school. Your brother has a cross hanging over his wall. It looks kind of old. It has like a date on it that looks like it might have been from when he was born. You have one that's like a ceramic looking cross that has your name on it. And then over your parents' door is just like a really plain kind of cross. It looks like maybe someone hammered it together or something like that. It's more crude than the others.
I'll take my brother's. I feel like he won't notice.
He will not notice. And confirm, he is still in his room. The door is closed. You can see like underneath the door frame, as you're on your way out, like when you kind of try to jump up and swipe that cross down, you can see there's kind of like it looks like black light coming from like underneath his door, and the music has not gotten any quieter.
Not paying me to look at blacklight in a teenage boy's room.
But this is normal for him, right? This is I'm just so used to him being in his space and him being in our space. And it's like, all right, all right.
Like
same thing. I don't know I'm going out. Hey, I'm going out. I'll be back soon. I've done what I need to do, but I'm not doing it effectively.
Yeah, you get the distinct feeling because you can hear like when you get up close to the door to try and take the cross down, like you can kind of hear voices. So you know that he probably has some kind of company, whether it's a boy, a girl, you know, a person from school or sports practice, you're not sure. But he's definitely not alone in there. Somebody is in there having a good time.
Well, he's been told that I'm leaving, even though he doesn't know that he's been told that I'm leaving, so.
Fair enough. Okay, so you guys had to head back out. And when you leave, it's kind of dusk. It's still light outside. It's starting to cool off a little bit now. The swell of that like summer heat is starting to kind of dissipate a little bit. And you can kind of see like the sun is starting to kind of duck down a little bit behind the horizon. Still, you know, in the sky, but it's like mid to early summer. So it's not, you know, blazing at all hours of the night. And you guys get on your bikes and your skateboards and you ride back over to the pier, not too far away. And when you get there, you can see like all the cops have kind of left. There's like one cop car now out there. You can see there's a police officer in there drinking some coffee. He looks like he's kind of fighting sleep. And you can still see the bike police. They're always there, even when there isn't a body, just to keep the peace, make sure everybody has what they need. There's definitely more people. You can still see some, like the clown that's doing the balloon animals and things like that. The other clown is back up, you know, in front of the roost, and she's, you know, talking to people and beeping her nose and all that stuff. They're still working. Now there's like a juggler too, you know, that's out in front of the amusement pier. You just see it's kind of starting to come to life. If we can switch to the nighttime map, please. So where do you guys want to go first? Do you just go straight to sound waves?
Is it, we know that Elle was going to be there at like 8.
Yeah.
So I assume we probably just wait until we come back out at that time. So
yeah, you guys leave around like 7:45 to get over there.
Mhm.
And like as you guys are making your way towards sound waves, you can see somebody with she looks like she's got kind of like really deeply tanned skin, real curly hair, kind of kinky curly hair that's like long and a little frizzy. It looks kind of unkempt, thrown back in a ponytail. She's wearing this girl's wearing like an oversized like army jacket. She's got like a bag slung over her shoulder, and she's like, excuse me, excuse me, kids. Oh my God, I'm late, kids, excuse me. And she's like pushing past you guys, and you see her walk into Soundwaves. She's like from outside, you can see her kind of like making like shrug motions and talking with her hands. And the kid that you guys saw earlier already has his stuff, and you see him kind of like make a motion like he's gonna leave.
That was her?
Still under the payphone?
Yeah, you guys look over, and he's enjoying a treat. He has a fruit roll-up kind of unwrapped, and he's like looking at it, and he's snacking on it, and you can see there's like a wrapper next to him, like he's already had one. He's just kind of enjoying it and like looking around and just kind of like seeing the sights, doing some people watching.
Go talk to her?
Yeah. Should we split up or stay together?
We should stay together.
I'd like us to stay together.
I mean,
Okay, good. I'm so glad you said that. Who should we talk to first?
Well, he's already out here.
You said there was another clown, right?
So there's the two clowns from before, and then there's like a juggler in front of the pier, like in front of the actual amusement area.
I think Lisa looks at AJ. Is the juggler a vampire too?
I don't know. I haven't seen his teeth.
could be.
Gotta check. Gotta make him smile. That's how we'll know. And he might be sneaky. He might be a sneaky vampire. I just realized you were so right about the clowns not being a vampire. You know why?
Thank you, because they don't exist.
No, because he was out in the day.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
I'm a dummy.
No.
Was the juggler
maybe
here
there's something in
earlier?
there that's magic. We never know. We don't know.
Juggler's back. Clown's back on the list.
Lisa looks distraught.
I think we
You guys
go.
having this conversation on your way into the record store?
I
Yeah.
think we might want to talk to I can't remember his name.
Old Pete?
Old Pete. Yes.
Pete? Okay.
I think that's where we're headed. Yeah.
Okay.
I can talk to him. I don't need to do it. I don't mind if we do it before or after the girl in the store, but I would let us.
Okay. Yeah, wherever you guys want to go first is fine.
She just got there for her shift, so I think we have some flexibility with her.
Go talk to him.
So you guys make your way over to him, and you can see he's got very kind eyes. He's got kind of a grizzled beard. Doesn't look like he's shaved in a while. He's got like a duffel bag with him. You can see he's kind of taking stuff out of there, and he's got like deodorant he's putting on and stuff, and he's kind of looking around, and he takes out some like little like wipes, like from a little almost looks like baby wipes out of a little container, and he's like wiping down and stuff. And you can see like he doesn't look like he's drunk or anything like that. Any of you who have been to the city, you've seen some people, that pass out on the subway or, things like that in like a big city, but this guy is just enjoying his life. He sees you guys approach. Hey, kids.
Hey, Pete.
Hello.
Hey.
You see him, he just kind of keeps doing what he's doing, doesn't think that you're going to stop and talk to him.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Oh, sure, darling, ask me anything you want.
And I'm just gonna lean straight and double check before I say this. Yeah. Did you happen to see a kid last night who was wearing black Converses at any point? In my head, thinking the end of that sentence is before he was killed.
So you see this look of worry kind of cross his face. Go ahead and roll me persuasion.
What do I have for persuasion? Oh, okay.
All-star jock, I'm sure it's nice and high.
Gosh, sitting at that lovely a D6 ran away. My D4 was a 2, so that's not fun. D6 is a 6 though. Woo!
Woo! Go again.
Explode.
So 10.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Okay.
Dude, yes.
So you see him kind of like this look of worry and hesitation cross his face for a second, like blips off and on really quick. And he kind of looks at you and like just like leans in a little bit and kind of like stares at you and kind of like goes over your face and up and down looking at you. And he leans back and he kind of relaxes. Yeah, I know that kid. You're talking about Brett, right?
Yeah. Do I notice him looking at me like that?
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah, that's who we're talking about. Did you see him? Did you know him?
You know, you're the first person to ask me if I've seen anything today.
Really?
Well, it's because the adults were really busy doing a lot of adult investigations, and you were taking a nap. I'm sure that they would have asked you if you were awake.
I was awake this morning when they wheeled him out of here.
Oh, wow.
Were? And I don't know.
Did you see him? Did you see it?
Did you see anything?
Did you see the
They
hole
had
in
a
the
shoot
roof?
over him, but yeah, I saw him. I saw some kids running off the beach last night. They walked past me, some little ones. It's a shame if they might have seen him.
That was Davey.
I just say under my breath to the group.
Is your friend all right? You said he saw him?
My friend is okay, but I just was curious to know if you saw anything last night, because I mean we saw what happened to Brent, and just curious to know if you saw or heard anything.
Yeah, I tend to stay over here by beachfront video, boardwalk video over here. People over here are real nice to me. They let me clean the windows and, you know, earn my keep. People upstairs at Blackjack Tattoo. That Blackjack, BJ, he's a real nice guy. Owns a shop upstairs. So I usually stick to this neck of the woods, not to be a nuisance, just, you know, trying to people watch. I did see Brett go on over to the boardwalk last night, though. Went for a walk on the beach. Never saw him come back, though. Pretty sure
come
he's the
around
one
here
who's under the
often?
sheet.
Do you remember seeing him like often?
Yeah, he used to run that hot dog stand right there.
He was
Oh.
the one.
And he points over. You guys can see like the hot dog stand right there that you had passed earlier today.
Yeah, he went down and he didn't come back. He was the person under the sheet.
Yeah, I reckon so. It's real sad when a young one goes, you know?
Will you make sure to be careful tonight, please?
So you see like his face at first is kind of like, again, he's out in the sun all the time. His face is real like deeply tanned and kind of leathery and crinkly. And you say that to him and he just kind of like looks at all you guys and has like this big smile on his face. And you see his eyes and like they kind of sparkle and twinkle and like this is clearly a really good person. And he kind of smiles at you guys and he's like, yeah, all right. I'll watch out for myself, but y'all ought to be getting on. It's pretty late out here for some youngins.
Yeah, no, we're going to a sleepover in very soon to
Yes.
sleep.
All right, get along now.
Yes,
He
I
sir.
waves
want
you
to
guys
ask him
away.
one more question as we walk away.
Okay.
Why did you look at me like that before you answered my question?
Not a lot of people notice me. Takes a certain kind of person to look me in the eye and ask me a question. And I appreciate you.
Of course, you're always here and you're always nice. Why wouldn't I?
And you kind of hear him like look away. He looks away and you kind of hear him mutter under his breath, out of the mouths of babes. And he goes back to his snack as you guys walk into sound waves.
I'm gonna double back at the door. Sorry. I'm
Sure,
gonna double
yeah.
back at the door and super quickly pull out one of the stakes and
Uh-huh.
set it next to him and say, just in case the vampire comes back.
And he picks it up and he just like chuckles and he's like, I'll be safe.
I
Thank
think
you.
As Lisa's walking away, she's just having like a little moment of her worldview being challenged, and she's like, "Why didn't the police officers talk to him if he was awake in the morning?" And she just kind of processes that for a little second.
Mm-hmm. As you're like walking toward the store, like you're realizing, Lisa, like you look around and like no one's really looking at him. You see people walking past him. You see people walking up using the phones, people next to the bench where he is. Like he's basically invisible to these people. So as you get into, you guys open up the door. The little bell jingles and everything. That smell kind of hits you in the face, along with some like really nice incense and some patchouli kind of smells and stuff.
Skunk again.
Yes, the skunk again. You kind of fling the door open and walk inside, and you guys get like 2 feet into this place, and you see this like frizzy-haired girl, the same one from before that like rushed past you, and she like raises her head up and she's like, y'all were in here earlier?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, we were.
yes.
She kind of looks around.
Did you get the Weird Allen?
No, that ain't gonna be here until Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were in here earlier.
Are you Elle?
She looks at you, AJ, and she goes, I think that kid who's asking about Brett.
Maybe. Are you Elle?
Yeah, what's it to you?
Just heard you knew him, and he was my friend too.
He was your friend. And you see her kind of relax a little bit. He was your friend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Y'all come up here behind the register. We got a lot to talk about. And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight.
Oh. We've got a lead.
Oh man.
Excellent
Does Lisa
job.
think she's allowed behind the register?
She's been invited, so.
It's true.
By the authority.
Oh my goodness.
What a place to leave it. Good gracious.
Oh my god.
Oh man, Candace. Amazing.
Good.
Yay!
So much fun.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Everyone
guys
else,
are
amazing.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Bounce
I
House,
know.
amazing. So good, so good. All right, so if you have not yet, get in on this giveaway. I almost forgot about it. We have 2 copies of Monster Hunters Club to give away here. We are going to go ahead and do introductions, cast introductions, and then we will draw. So if you're not in here, do so. ! MHC in the chat, and you can enter a chance. We'll have 2 winners. So let's say hello to these fantastic people here. Candace, let's start with you. Say hello. Tell us who you are, what you got going on.
Absolutely. I have been your GM, Candace the Magnificent. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. It has been a total blast. You can see my job is super easy with these fantastic players. So good. You guys can find me here, obviously, for the next 2 Fridays. You can find me at the Barely Bookish podcast on Spotify, doing a retrospective analysis of Octavia Butler's classic Kindred. If you like sci-fi and history and historical fiction, definitely look that up. You can also find me over at Valor Studios. I am on a show called Tales of Valor, Dark Sky, Red Sun, Dark Sky. Red Sky, Dark Sun. I'm riding high off of this phenomenal game. Sorry, everyone. I play Zora Bloodfang, who is a half-orc barbarian, so please check that out. And you can also find me all over Todd's channel. So if you're looking for more of me, we just wrapped Mothership. Please check out Mothership Dead Planet. Really good. If we get enough likes, maybe there might be more. I don't know. But it's been a pleasure. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. Fantastic job. Just amazing, Candace. Wonderful.
Thank you.
All right, Danny, say hello. Tell us who you are and all of your cool things you're doing.
Hi everyone, I am Danny B. I had the best time tonight. Candace, you rocked that out. Thank you so much. Oh my word. You can find me on Twitter at InkedTink, just spouting off my random D&D nerdy ideas, and they are very nerdy, so strap in. And also over at Dancing Dice Theater and YouTube, we are a newer show that we play TTRPGs that are not D&D 5e to introduce new people to new games.
Always love to see that. You are stepping into the GM seat soon, right? Or have you done so yet?
Actually.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Woo, congratulations.
Big legs,
Awesome.
dude.
Awesome.
I've been so nervous.
Awesome. I'm sure you'll do fantastic. So thank you for being here as well. Allegra, say hello. Tell us what you got going on.
Hey, I'm Allegra. You can follow me on Twitter at LegoM2RS. I am usually hanging out over with Mayday Roleplay. We're closing out our 2nd season of our Delta Green series, Doomed to Repeat. It's a doozy, my God. We're coming up on another arc of our Orbital Blues campaign. We've like split the team up and we're doing 2 smaller crews. It's very exciting. I'm in the second crew. I'm psyched to learn another new system. And then also extremely exciting is our Orpheus campaign. Orpheus is like an old White Wolf not City of Darkness, World of Darkness game that we're like ghosts. We're like if the Ghostbusters were ghosts themselves.
Nice.
We're finally coming back from that. It's very chaotic. It's very everything Mayday does is chaotic, essentially, is what I'm saying. So if you like chaos and pretty solid RP, come check us out. Yeah, this has been so fun. I'm so sad we're stopping. I love this game. I love you folks. This is the bestest.
Thank you. You've been amazing as well. Thank you so much for being here. Last but not least, Allison, say hello and tell us what you got going on.
Hello. First of all, thank you, Candace. That was amazing. Thank you, fellow players. I had such a good time, and it is always a delight to find a group that is just genuinely a joy to play in. And like, I lose sense of time, and I'm just in the game. So like, what a joy. Thank you. I'm Allison. I'm at Insight Checked on the internet, so primarily on Twitch. We're looking for followers on the channel that like TTRPGs. Speaking of chaos, I feel like I bring a little bit too much. I need to tone it down. We're doing a lot of different systems. So it's a rotating system, rotating cast, rotating GM channel. So if you like variety, if you like community, and if you like just experimentation and kind of like collaborative storytelling where everyone is invited and has a seat at the table, come check us out. Sunday is Easter, and so appropriately or not, we are playing a zombie-themed game, Apocalypse World. We are the Resurrection Squad.
Love it. Oh my God, I love it.
Amazing.
Come check us out. It's going to have, for the first time, I'm trying 3 GMs, 1 per hour. So we're going to have a timer and we're going to switch GMs and they're going to go into the player's seat. We'll see how that goes. I have no idea. You'll find out with us.
Sounds amazing.
It sounds fun, right? And then after that, we're finishing up our game of Rapscallion. And from there, who knows, doing a lot of GM interviews and other shenanigans as well. So thank you so much for the opportunity to be here with you all. And yeah, just looking forward to seeing where this adventure goes.
Thank you, Allison, for being here as well so much. Fantastic. I have been Todd Moonbounce, your little gadgeteer Benji. I'm just blessed to have all these wonderful people willing to come and join me in this game. Candace and everyone else, thank you so very much. Of course, you all are here. Thank you for being here. You can find me here. I don't have anything else yet until next Friday when we're back here. My next projects will be in May. I'll be running a 3-part Hut Space Adventures, chapter 2 of that there, and then maybe squeeze some more things here and there, and then down the road, plenty of other announcements.
Vagrant.
What's that?
Vagrant.
Oh, yeah. With Dungeon Jedi Masters, I am running Vagrant Freighters, a radio show podcast, actual play. So that releases on bi-weekly Thursdays. So if you want to check that out, a pretty cool experience there on the Dungeon Jedi Masters podcast. So, yeah, we have that as well. But, yeah, keep an eye out on Twitter for announcements. I'm always looking for new players as well, just for great projects like this. So with that, let's give away some Monster Hunters Club. Everybody, all right, so I hope you are still here in chat. We will roll. Here comes winner number 1. Eric Bleesh. Is Eric Bleesh in the chat?
Ooh.
As it looks like they are. Yes, all right.
Hey!
Congrats. So please, Eric, hit me up on Twitter at Todd Moonbounce. Shoot me a message there, please, and we'll connect with you. We need to get an email from you so that the publisher can then send you basically a redemption code. I believe it's through Drive-Thru RPG. So, all right, one more. Here we go. Second winner will be Matihi. Hell yeah.
Woo! Tee-hee!
Woohoo.
Oh, Matt is fantastic. So glad. So do the same. Reach out, and we'll get you hooked up with that. So that is the end of today's giveaway. We still have 4 more copies of this to give away, so
Come on
stay
back.
tuned next week. Next Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be back. We're just getting started. This was amazing. I mean, just this setup alone was fantastic. I think it'll only get better. We are at 18 bennies for the group.
Wow.
Two to the GM. We have 20 total bennies, but 2 of them to you, Candace. Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. So
I'm gonna need them. These kids have too many bennies.
I'll get a counter up on the screen for us next time. I didn't think about that. So we'll have a live counter for that. Thank you so much for all of that. We had 2 $25 donations. We had some bits. We had a bunch of subs, gifted subs. Jen, if you're still out there, thank you for the gifted subs, and everyone else.
Jen's a
Just
baller.
amazing. Yeah, she kind of is. Yep. So, all right, everyone, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your evening. Have a great weekend. It is Friday night. Enjoy your weekend, and we will see you next Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye.